call it the Snastcast, more like cunt.
Hello and welcome to the Snastcast. This is our first. It is the Snastcast, and this is our first. This is our first official podcast.
Are you sure it's official?
Yeah, this is official.
It's the Snastcast.
It's not. From here,
It's the
from now on
Snastcast.
for always, it'll be the Snastcast.
And for the audience's information, a snast. The official definition of a snast is the burnt wick of a candle.
But
So
according to Urban
that's the most
Dictionary-
exciting thing we could think of.
Yeah.
According to
It
Urban
rhymes with
Dictionary,
cast.
it is the inner lining
And
of
it
a
wasn't
badger's
taken.
vagina.
That's
so
why I don't want to be called Snapcast.
why? Because you don't like badger vaginas.
But why is that?
No, because it doesn't need to rhyme.
You don't want to have fun.
But we like
You
rhyme.
don't like
You
candles? You want to be a stick in the mud?
we rhyme all the time because it's not a crime.
To rhyme. There you go.
You just rhymed rhyme with rhyme.
No, I rhyme crime with
That's
rhyme.
a crime.
That's a crime.
It's not a crime to rhyme.
It's a rhyme crime. It's a crime to rhyme.
You rhyme rhyme with rhyme. You rhyme crime with rhyme.
Okay.
You rhyme
Alright,
with rhyme.
introduce yourselves, people. Do it.
I'm Brad, and I'm having.
And nobody cares. So okay, I'm John. I'm John.
And
Hello.
nobody really.
It's my recorder.
Oh,
by the way.
John.
It's not your turn anymore, John.
So,
I'm John. I'm not John. I'm Jesse. I almost said my name was John.
I'm glad I'm not John.
I'm Grant, and this is my house.
I'm Jake, and I'm a huge, fat, cool guy.
Great.
Yeah, Jake's really fat. Like honestly,
yeah,
he's
holy
like 400
fuck,
pounds.
My
My God.
Swear, this is a family-friendly show.
It's really not.
No,
It's not a family
Why
friendly
you
Oh,
show.
all right.
footsie
then
with my
fucking
3
thank
Because we're not a
Because
family-friendly
your
group.
3DS initiated it. It's gave me consent.
Yeah, it's glowing blue.
My
light.
nipples.
My
Alright.
nipples are itchy.
I'll let my nipple with your nipple.
What's that even?
I'll
We should
let-
all
wait,
we should
I'll
all
let
touch nipples.
Your
and then take a
nipple
picture in the
with
center.
my nipple. I just have to get really cold so it's like pointing.
Do you guys have nicknames for your genitals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is a penis. And testicles.
That's incredibly
Penis.
Oh,
yes.
wow,
So you have
John.
like 3
Yeah,
penises
that's
or what?
I came up with it myself.
That's an
Everybody seems to
that's an
use it.
artistic marvel. So I call my testicles the House and Senate, and the dick is the executive branch.
So right now you have a big black dick.
I just call them the twisty pretzels.
Twisty That makes no
Because
sense. Am I
they
putting
look
my
like
foot?
twisty
Okay, I'm
pretzels.
definitely putting
Oh,
my foot in a
God.
One of them
can
is
soda.
Michelangelo.
Donatello.
No, wait,
let's
my
see.
can of soda.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
my
named
foot was
all
on
my
that.
balls after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I got Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael. I've got all four named.
Da Vinci.
Not Leonardo, it's Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. So the Da Vinci Code.
Imagine if, like, in Teenage
Tom
Mutant
Hanks.
Ninja
Tom
Turtles,
Hanks.
they, like,
Toy
made
Story.
everything with, like,
Toy Story.
clockwork.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Santa Claus.
Santa-
Are you just repeating what I'm saying?
But you're making so much sense, John.
Joe, we believe
You're
in
making
you.
so much sense. I believe you.
You're like a Messiah. The new Messiah. Just say stuff.
Messiah.
That's
No
insensitive.
Do you think
Mr.
mess hall was named
Tomorrow.
after Messiah?
Yeah.
Guys, we can't make
Mess hall.
Jesus jokes
Like
because it's
mess
Easter
hall like
tomorrow.
Maestro?
Oh shit.
Jesus is dead right now. We
dude,
can't make
Maestro.
jokes about
Mess
it.
hall. The Last Supper.
That's loud.
That's a joke. You can't do that.
That's a
Jesus
joke.
is
The
dead
Last
right-
Supper is a joke.
Guys,
It's a
Easter-
joke.
Easter's not till tomorrow. You can't make dead Jesus
The
jokes.
Last Supper is a faux pas of art.
Can we make
Jesus died like a faggot.
Who painted the Last Supper?
What's worse than
By
dead?
suffocating through.
What's worse than a
I
dead
didn't
Jesus
actually
nailed
know
to a
that.
tree?
That like when you crucify someone, you
Dead
suffocate.
Jesus nailed to
Because
tree.
it doesn't allow you to lift yourself to raise,
Wait,
like
see,
to raise.
Doesn't
nails.
Jesus come from Jesus?
One
Jesus
Jesus
is
It, like,
like
screws up your
Yeah,
diaphragm.
we're basically making dead baby jokes into dead Jesus jokes.
We should
Oh,
make
okay.
dead
It's Easter
mom
tomorrow.
jokes.
And Jesus is dead right
Wow,
now.
Brad, that's
We'll
really
save
So
that.
Jesus
We'll
died
save
so I
that.
can jack off.
Put a pin in it. We'll come back.
That
to
makes
it.
no sense.
Alright.
No,
Sounds good.
that's
I'm glad my
We'll come
ideas
back
are
to
I don't
getting-
think that was his
Oh,
intent.
because
Come back to
jacking
it.
off is a sin.
When
Or,
I
like,
decide.
Okay.
Is it?
You
I
know
don't
what?
think
As long
it
as you
is.
come
It
back
makes you
to
go
it,
blind,
and
so
you-
maybe, I don't know.
I'm not blind
We'll
yet.
go masturbating.
Where?
That's how I went blind.
That's what it said in our health textbook. If you looked in our health textbook,
No,
it
it
said
doesn't.
that it
I
said that
swear.
masturbation could cause blindness.
Well, they're
No,
wrong.
I swear to God.
Bullshit.
Look, I looked in there. It said
Same
that
way
masturbation-
brushing your teeth can
masturbate-
cause cancer.
It does.
Like,
That's how I got cancer.
Well, I mean, if you are not
It depends what
exposed
you
to
brush
like
your teeth
anything in like the outside environment, you'll actually just you'll still die of cancer because like
Because okay, there are
You can
things
still
that
go blind.
like UV rays and like radiation can super increase your risk for cancer, but cancer is really just your DNA fucking up replication. So it's gonna happen.
So
I was
If you lived forever, you would get cancer.
but don't you have to have
But
the
if
right?
you so many
cancer,
people
but
get
you wouldn't
cancer.
die.
I was
You have to have
listening
the
to
right
some
gene
comedian
to
and he was talking.
Okay, if you lived forever and got cancer,
Certain
you just have a
genes
bunch
can
of, like,
probably
fucking
make you,
cells,
like-
in your body just growing and
I'm pretty sure
growing.
breast
You'd
cancer
just be
is
fucked up.
hereditary.
Like, you
so,
just
like,
be fucked up.
You can
Like,
get
you would just
certain
would die.
certain genes can be like triggers for
Trigger.
yeah, can be
Trigger
like
my trigger.
check your privilege. You can have some kind of sequence where it'd be like, oh, this is more predisposition towards cancer, but like it's really just your body making a huge mistake that kills it.
So I was listening to this one comedian. He was talking about like sodas and how diet sodas have like aspartame in them, which gives you like cancer.
Oh, yeah.
And like there's another type of
I heard
chemical
that.
in some sodas. I can't remember what it's called, but it can cause but it like can increase your risk for Alzheimer's.
Yes.
So it's in the Diet Coke has like, or not Diet Coke, Coke Zero has like pretty large amounts of both of these chemicals. So you'll get cancer, but you won't remember it. So it's okay.
Yeah. That's just the
Wait,
double
what about-
whammy. Imagine having brain
You'll get
cancer.
you'll get
Well,
you'll get a
imagine-
huge tumor
what if you
and
had-
your brain will fall apart.
Well, if you have brain cancer and Alzheimer's, would Alzheimer's like destroy your tumor for you? Because what
I hope
Alzheimer's
so.
is
It's like
it's like
your brain is a
so
city,
kill brain
and
cancer.
Alzheimer's and cancer are like
canceling
rival
each other
gangs
out.
murdering each other within
So
your
if
city.
so if
Your brain
so
is
if
just
by
collateral
some
or
damage.
they're like rival supervillains.
It's basically the fight at the
In
end
other
of,
words,
of Man of
Coke
Steel. Like
Yeah.
cancer is Superman and like Alzheimer's is Zod.
Cancer
and
is
your
no,
brain,
because they're
your
both
brain
bad things.
and your brain is Metropolis.
You know
Your
how
brain
much
is
damage
Metropolis.
Superman causes?
Yeah, Superman in that movie.
The only
Superman
reason
is-
Zod came to Earth was because Superman was there, so it's his fault.
Oh, of course.
So,
And-
Yeah.
so
it's
if you
also
get
it's also
Alzheimer's and get
Superman's fault
cancer-
for Zod trying to kill like everything.
Yeah.
So
My only job was to protect people, and now I have no
So
people.
everything but Superman, you know?
So our theory is that you have Alzheimer's. If you have Alzheimer's, get cancer, because then they'll cancel each other out.
It'll have a little gang.
Like,
Cancel
then
each
we know
other
So
out.
for the cure for like, I mean, you can't exactly inject. No, you can't. You can't. There's no can't exactly. You can't like inject Alzheimer's into you and just get Alzheimer's. Like, if you had brain cancer, like if you could, like, if you have brain cancer, you just take all. You just like take. Is that a chemotherapy? You take Alzheimer's therapy, and you just destroy your. Or you just drink a massive amount of like beer, and then-
aspartame or something.
Yeah, destroy your
Just
brain.
pure aspartame.
You
Yeah.
it's like your brain. It's basically like the equivalent of your brain having a little like
Alzheimer's,
Southside Los Angeles gang war inside
What was
your
it?
head.
What was like the chemical they had in like knots that people thought was bull semen? It was like taurine, wasn't it?
Taurine.
Yeah,
my dad.
that's
My dad
fine.
actually
Just
has
because
a.
Taurus like is.
My dad actually has a condition where he like he can't drink anything or eat anything with taurine in it, or else he has like it's really bad. No, it's like he has to go to the hospital pretty much, and like
allergy
so he
to
can't.
taurine.
Yeah, he can't eat aged cheese, so he can only eat like mozzarella cheese and American cheese because they aren't aged. Because aged cheeses actually have like trace amounts of this chemical in them. And then he almost accidentally drank a Monster, and I'm like you know that has like ridiculous amounts of taurine in it. Like you'll die.
Well, like what I never
It's
understood
not
is that
aged.
well, they said aged cheese.
No.
And I never understood.
In a
They
way.
aged certain cheeses for like
Everything's
some like
aged.
10 years,
Well, I know.
and then you
Aged
put them on the
cheese.
shelves in a grocery store, and they have an expiration date. Like, what is that? That doesn't make
they're
any
in a
sense.
special environment.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Like,
I feel like aged cheese are in a very specific environment to age at that point.
They just should have came up with their own term for it.
I think well they like shrink wrap cheese pretty much. Like I think once it's shrink wrap, like it has a.
Because once you get it out
Oh
of
my
like the
God.
rind, then
This
it
guy was
starts
giving me a
drying
list.
out.
It
I
gives
don't
you
like
it gives you like
cheese,
a
so-
it gives it like a aspiration.
I'm going to Wisconsin.
Holy
School.
crap!
Expiration
Expiration date. Once you
Better
shrink
like
wrap
it
it,
soon.
there you go.
Or else
Holy
everyone's
shit,
gonna
this is
beat
bad.
you up.
I
You don't
sound,
like cheese.
I sound like I like just did a bunch of some oh fucking shit. This is falling apart really fast, you guys. I look like an idiot. I just had a bunch of Novocaine in my mouth or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
I-
and Jesse just did some Novocaine, so
I
That's
did that
really
last
cool thing
Tuesday.
you say.
We did it to
Yeah.
get high, because that's what all
And
we
I'm
do.
now
getting it
I
again
got
on
caught
Tuesday.
right.
Again,
It's like people doing whippets and stuff.
I had one side my mouth with no cane.
What do they call whippets?
Oh, yeah.
Crack?
Yeah.
That's
No,
amazing.
oh, but we're not gonna. I don't know.
Like Steve
No,
used to do
if
it.
we go, okay, if we go to Dairy Queen next Tuesday, then I'll have Novocaine in my mouth again. So.
Yeah. Every time you go to Dairy Queen, you have to be recovering from.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I'm getting Novocaine on Tuesday again because like the other side I'm getting another filling on the
You're
other
getting
side.
Novocaine, so
Brush
you
your
can go to
goddamn
Dairy
teeth,
Queen.
Brad.
Well, no. It's not bad at all.
Brad, you
It's like,
should go to a methadone clinic. Seriously, like you.
oh. Well, it's like there's like this skin, this loose skin, like both sides of like my teeth, I guess, like that's covering up my
Brad,
my
you should
wisdom
really
teeth.
like.
And it's really hard to
Oh,
like
man.
brush under like the skin, like the loose skin above like my
bugs under my
teeth. So
skin.
yeah,
Ooh, you schizophrenic.
yeah.
Oh.
then it's just, it's
Oh,
like
man.
a breeding ground.
Oh,
Did
it
anybody
feels just like
Did
I
anybody
don't know if I
drink
should
any
be sharing
It's
this
like-
or not, but you're
it's
doing
just
this
like
anyway.
bugs crawling under my skin, guys.
Did anybody drink any
Ugh.
Coke with their Pop Rocks?
I have.
Oh,
I
It was
have-
like that Simpsons game in one of my favorite Simpsons episode, Homer Badman, when he goes to the candy convention and then he steals the gummy Venus de Milo.
Oh, yeah.
And to escape, he
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he
Like
kicks a vending machine and a Coke can comes out and he takes Pop Rocks and he puts it over the Coke can, shakes it up, and he goes, "See you in hell, candy boys!" And he throws it and it like makes a gigantic
I
explosion.
remember that episode.
Gummy crab cakes, gummy jawbreakers.
Doesn't he get
Wasn't that
like?
the same one with Mark Hamill in it?
It's the one.
Or is that
Isn't
another
it
one?
the same one where he gets like tries to where someone tries to sue him for like sexual assault?
Yeah, he no, because
Because
the
he peels it
the
off the girl's
babysitter
butt.
the babysitter sits on the gummy Venus de Milo and he peels it off her
It's like,
and she thinks she's like
Yeah.
she thinks she's like, grabbing at her ass.
Which he was.
Not really.
Check your privilege.
That's where the Homer sleeps nude in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him sexual powers line comes from.
Feminists, check your
One of my
privilege.
favorite
Yeah.
lines in all
Say check
Simpsons.
your privilege.
Just check.
We don't get to say check your privilege.
Yeah, you people don't get to say check your privilege. So check your privilege, feminists.
Alright, we're all
God.
white males from pretty
Cis males.
upscale society, except for
Not me.
John.
We're still
John-
oppressed.
John, not Jake.
John
We
lives-
should protest
John
like
lives-
if people are
point
pressing
fingers
against
at
us.
each other.
John lives in a goddamn trailer park, so you know.
Yeah, I'm trailer trash. I have a mullet and I have a big
You
Rottweiler.
used to have a mullet,
I wear
like
tank
fourth
tops,
grade.
camo,
And he cooks
cargo
meth behind his
shorts.
I
trailer.
swear to God. Okay, this
I
kid
cook
right here
meth.
had like the fucking like shittiest mullet in like 5th
Me
grade.
and John go to monster
have a
truck
mullet.
rallies together.
He had like fucking super long
You
hair.
had like
I
a
had
whole
long hair, but I didn't have a
cut in
mullet.
middle
I'm
school.
pretty sure it was a mullet.
Yeah, you're in a
Guys are
fucking
so
bowl
sick.
cut
in
in.
middle school.
Me,
Okay,
was the
the
best
excuse he
year of
gave
my
for his long
life.
hair was like, I don't have any money to get a haircut or some shit like that.
Yes.
That's what you said!
So I live in a trailer, Brad. You didn't know, okay?
You don't know.
I can't pay $5 for a haircut.
Brad, you don't understand what it's like to sell meth to go to monster truck rallies.
I used to live in St. Paul. I know that shit.
Jesus Christ, Brad. Check your privilege.
Check your
sir.
privilege.
I used to live in St. Paul and I heard the
How
police,
else are you
like,
gonna pay for all these
every
Guns
5
N' Roses
minutes going
t-shirts?
past my house.
Or Limp Bizkit.
Get like a red hat, wear it backwards, and just all the kids are buying red.
I have a red
What
hat.
I favorite music
Like-
genre? New metal? Oh, so you live in a trailer
Oh my
park.
god.
New metal? Is that like modern
I
rock?
just got off middle school. I just got off middle school.
I just got
off
off
new
middle
metal.
school.
I just got off for middle school,
Okay.
okay?
Back off.
Leave me
John,
alone.
we have to give you like methadone treatments to get you off new metal.
I had to listen to the song Methadone by Rise Against over and over again.
That song came out last year, John.
I know!
Middle school!
Just Rise Against, a terrible band.
Shut the fuck up,
Rise
Greg.
Against, System of a Down, both terrible bands.
System of a Down
Are
actually
you,
has some
are you
pretty
confusing
artistic
Rise
elements
Against
to it.
and Rage Against the Machines
System
again?
of
Rage
Down.
Against the Machine is really good though.
I like Rage Against the Machine. I have a vinyl by them.
Rise
This
Against
is
is
actually
actually
picture
terrible.
I don't know. They're
So
pretty
is
good.
System of a Down.
System
so
of a
is
Down's pretty bad.
XYZ
System of a Down is new metal.
and Korn.
But it's probably the best new metal you're ever gonna get.
New
So
metal.
Down.
you just kind of have to go with
Nah, I
it.
really don't even
impressive.
like metal to begin
I
with.
mean, they have
System of a Down
they
came
have
out like
good
10 years
songs,
ago. It's
actually.
not new.
It's pretty bad though.
Oh shit.
Don't spill
Oh,
things on
man.
the couch.
Oh,
It's just
oh,
pop
man.
rocks.
It
You'll
got
get-
everywhere.
You'll just get a moist butt and
Look
sit
at
on
that
it and
laugh.
have really cool
Top
Look
sense.
at you,
top-
Yeah, I
top-
sit on my couch with a bare ass. Yeah.
I sit on my couch with a
I
bare
sit on my
ass. I don't care.
couch with a.
I just got
Having
some pop
to-
rock
You're
on the
trying to
couch.
make something clever, and you totally screwed up.
I sit on my couch with a big boner.
I
Who
sit on
doesn't?
my
Watching PBS Kids.
I sit on my couch.
Kids!
I
That's
sit,
the key word,
that clever?
kids!
I sit around my couch with a big gaping.
I'm so
asshole.
fat. I sit
I think
around the
Robin-
couch.
Can we agree that it's really sad that PBS's best programming is their kids'
I've
programming?
never seen like I don't even know.
They have Nova. Have you ever seen Nova?
Nobody's
They-
awesome,
What is
man.
Nova?
Nova is like it's like
It's
a
like that one
documentary
Android
series.
Yeah, it's like
a-
I mean, it focuses on like space and technology.
Yeah, they focus on like they have like one topic that they focus on for like an hour, and it's pretty cool. Some of the stuff's pretty cool.
Oh, I just watched Doctor Who and I imagine it's real.
whale. That's
Doctor.
That one whale
I just watched
documentary.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That one whale documentary.
Blackfish.
Blackfish?
No, not
Isn't that
Blackfish. The one with the huge whale
Blackfish,
day.
bluefish.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. See, that's like this huge whale penis.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I remember that.
She just like
So she's
playing
like
with
big
it.
flopping,
Yeah,
flippity
she's like,
flopping.
oh, look at this whale penis, and she's just flopping it around her head. It's like this.
It's
like
not even erect.
it's like 3 feet
penis.
long. At
It's like
least.
Wait, what is this documentary?
For some reason I
about?
can
It's a
picture
documentary
Bill
about like
Cosby
animal
just, like,
penises or something.
looking around.
I don't know what.
no, it's about whales.
It's not.
Okay.
That sounds like
It was just about whales.
That sounds like a David Attenborough like special, like on whale penises. So we usually talk about insects.
It's like that. It's like that. It's like
No,
that
whale
whitey's kid. It's like that whitey's
Whale
kid. You know,
incest.
insects.
it's like that whitey's kid. You know,
Insects.
sketch where there's people get like animal parts like surgically attached to them, and you get a whale penis attached to his head.
Oh,
The whitest kid you know sketch.
I don't remember that
Where
at
it's all
all.
the people who get like animal parts like
did
surgically
you make
attached to
that so
them.
long?
So like he gets a whale penis like surgically attached to the top of his head.
I don't remember that.
lactose.
It's so weird. Like it's like the new tattoo trend. Like he comes home and he has a giant whale penis like flopping around on his head, and his mom comes in. He's like, "God damn it, Billy! What are you doing? You're poisoning your body."
No, I don't remember.
Wow,
so
the
weird.
Pop Rocks thing says entertainment for your whole mouth. That's really
For your whore mouth.
that'd be hilarious.
Entertainment for your whore mouth.
You know, there's that whole subsection of blowjob porn where it's
Old
people giving
subsex.
blowjobs while eating Pop Rocks.
What do you mean subsection of blowjob?
You know that subsection of blowjob porn where they're just giving blowjobs?
Yeah.
It's so boring.
You know,
Dude,
what
I-
I'm
You know what?
I hate
You
that
know that
I
one
wish they could have
subsection of
some like
blowjob porn where
pop
they
jobs
just like
or
eat
something?
a crap ton of like peanut butter and like some cream, like marshmallow fluff, and they just get it all sloppy. Just
Food and
slobber
porn is
all
just
over.
bad.
Yeah.
Food and porn do not mix.
They're both good things, but when you put them together, it's just like, why? Why would you do
I
that?
don't know.
You're ruining food for me.
And porn.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Which is a hard thing
Oh
to
god,
ruin.
you slap
Oh,
it,
yeah.
you all over that girl. Porn is done. I'm done with porn.
Just takes the whole Domino's
It's like
pizza.
no one ever.
What about
Like,
like
the way to keep porn addiction is to watch food porn, and then you
No.
stop being in. Like,
How does
in
it
these,
even
like-
taste?
Oh, I'm hungry.
Jake, you might as well be wearing like a bonnet while you're
No,
eating.
Alright,
that.
no,
so-
you gotta wear one of those propeller hats.
Guys, people
Oh
can't.
yeah,
And
like
colorful
a beanie.
suspenders.
Guys, people can't see what we're talking about.
How
Jake
can that
bought a
be VR?
giant
bought-
like cartoon lollipop.
He bought a
for Michael.
1950s cartoon little fat boy lollipop. If you know what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking about that one kid.
It's like
from
the
Simpsons,
oversized-
like that fat German kid, or whatever the fuck his name
Are you
is.
thinking about Augustus Gloop?
That kid from like
No,
the
no, no,
Toaster
no, from
Strudel
The
commercials.
Simpsons.
He's like
Oh,
Like that-
Uter.
Uter.
I only know Uter from that Treehouse of Horror episode where they eat him.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they,
Oh,
they
yeah,
start
yeah.
serving kids. So stop doing that. They
Touch my foot.
they make they make like an Oktoberfest theme. And they process Uter do it. And he says, and it's called like Uterbraten. He's like, oh, I guess there's all a little bit of Uter in all of us. I guess you could say we killed Uter, and he's in our stomachs right now. Oh wait, scratch that last one.
My favorite Simpsons episodes are all the Treehouse of Horror.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, come on.
Am I
I
a
like a
pleb?
big variety.
Am I a pleb?
Yeah, you're a pleb.
Yeah, you are.
Damn it.
ones.
I don't know. I love Homer Badman is a really, really good one.
So I heard about this
Really
book
great.
last night. It's like a book. It's called Jam apparently, and what it is, it's an alien invasion.
Jam?
But yeah, it's called Jam.
How is it called
Jam?
Jam? Apparently, like
No,
Jam.
no, it's not Jam apparently. It's called Jam.
I know, but why'd you say Jam? Apparently, like
I don't
oh,
know.
it's Harry Potter's
I
the
didn't
Sorcerer's
act-
Stone. Apparently,
I didn't actually look if it was real, but I heard
It
about
is
this
pretty
book.
cringy.
It's called- okay, shut the fuck up, John. It's called Jam. It's called Jam. And basically what it is
NBA
is an
Jam.
alien invasion.
Space Jam.
But
Is it
the-
Space Jam?
No, it's not Space Jam!
Novelization of Space Jam.
you said Alien Invasion and you said Jam. Instantly goes to Space
I
Jam.
hate all of you. Alright, no, so
Jordan.
basically, the alien is a strawberry scented
Aliens?
gelatin that
Oh, yeah.
basically coats the entire earth and kills people.
Yeah.
And
Like Flubber.
Yeah.
this is the plot.
Sounds like that
ridiculous.
sounds like an
No,
adventure
no, it's
time.
not like so.
This
I
is the
instantly
plot.
hate it.
This is the plot of the
Promise
book
it's
Jam. Is this strawberry scented jelly like coats everything and kills
So
people.
they get. So to defeat it, they get Charles
Pretty much,
Barkley
apparently.
and
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen
I don't know.
and
It's-
Larry
Eat the book.
Bird, and they get them all together.
Yes, John, you can eat the book.
Well, you
No,
can.
and to defeat it, they get Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. They get them all together.
They all play a basketball game against a jam.
Jake,
Wait,
is
why
that,
did you walk over there?
is that good or is that bad?
Is that
You're just sitting there looking
Jake.
at.
Jake's just sitting there licking a lollipop and giving us a stink eye right now?
Yeah, pop a squat, kiddo, and let's reminisce.
All right, seriously, Jake, sit the fuck down. You're creeping me out. All right.
When are you the boss? Jake, it's okay.
Have a seat right over there.
Just imagine like a Bond villain like sitting behind his desk, like explaining his evil scheme, and then he just pulls out a giant lollipop.
No,
like,
and then he's explaining his evil scheme, and then one of his henchmen walks up to the side of the desk.
And he has like those like things where like you have a turkey inside.
it's like it's like a silver like serving platter. And he opens it up and it's just a lollipop.
No. What I'm saying, like, okay, so one of his henchmen walks up to the side of the desk, and then like while in mid sentence he gets up, gets on his knees, and unzips his pants and just starts blowing the guy, and like in between like. And then
That sounds like something
Mr.
like-
Bond.
That seems like wait, the henchman is blowing him.
No, he's blowing the henchman.
Why would he do that?
Because he likes to treat his workers.
He says Mr.
He's the
Bond
employee
while
of
he's
the
doing
month,
it
Brad.
too.
That's what you get for being employee of the month.
That's what I got for employee of the month.
That sounds like something Max Zorn
They don't
would do,
have that
except
at my
Max
work.
Zorn was crazy.
There was something that
Damn it.
There was an episode, so I was watching for some reason. It was on in the background while I was doing homework or something. It was like one of those like
Yeah.
network TV sitcoms. I think it was called like it's like Mother or something. It's called like Mother or something, pretty much.
Is it based off the game series?
No, it's
Yeah,
not
he's
based off
talking
the
about
game.
it.
Basically,
Sapphire.
this woman, she was like the manager of a restaurant or something, and like. I guess the plot of this episode was she's like really obsessed with like danger sex or something like that. And so she's like in her office and she's gonna have sex with like some dude. And then he like her boss busts in, and so he hides under the desk. And apparently throughout the entire scene he's giving her a blowjob underneath the desk while she's having a meeting. This is on
giving him a
network.
blowjob?
No, he is giving her like he is eating her out under her
That's
desk
not a
while she's-
blowjob. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you don't blow, okay?
Whatever.
You can if you want to, but then it just makes him
John,
cheap.
you have a lot of experience with this, don't you?
John.
No, but why
All
would
this
you
trailer
call
You
park-
can blow if you want
Eating
to.
someone out is
is
not nearly a.
Okay,
whatever.
we get it. Cunnilingus, all right.
This is on network
Unless she has a
TV.
penis.
She's getting eaten out under a desk in a meeting with her boss.
Are you sure this wasn't just porn you had on the background?
No, it was on CBS.
Yeah, CBS does porn.
Yeah, CBS. Oh yeah, have you ever watched CBS after 10:30? They do porn.
2 a.m.
They uncensor
They
everything.
do.
They
2 a.m. The Bukkake Power
Okay,
Hour.
no, what
They rerun Big Bang Theory and they have all the porn.
Big
scenes
Bang
in it.
Theory.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah,
What
basically
happened?
she's like mid-orgasm, like every word she says in this scene, and I'm like, this is a fucking network.
Well, actually, probably
show.
having a lot
This
of
is
work.
This is on at 7:30 at night
So-
on a
oh.
Tuesday
Should have
afternoon.
been 7:30 a.m.
No,
Nothing wrong. I mean,
The
there's
working
probably
class
been
needs
worse.
them too.
Yeah.
there you go.
Like,
But wasn't
I'm all
Weed-
for like weird stuff, but this is a fucking network show. Like,
Wasn't Weeds
What was
a
it?
network show? And
What was
Weeds
it?
was like.
I don't think Weeds was a network
Oh.
show.
Weeds.
because Weeds had a lot of sex.
Hannibal's a
Do you
network show, and that show is fucking crazy. There's
It had sex on
yeah,
it.
like oh my, like the kills in that are like like insane.
The only
for
creepy
I don't like
one where he
that
like
show.
pulls that dude
yeah,
back.
like the plot's not very good, but like the murders in that.
What?
Are
I don't know about
insane
that,
for a
I just-
network TV
Seeing
show.
Will Graham like
I just didn't like that.
screwed up as he goes along is really cool. to
I
watch.
couldn't get into it.
And then you watch it later, and it's like, is he just crazy? No, he's got encephalitis.
I
No,
couldn't
he's crazy.
Get into the cat's asshole.
Did you just bite that lollipop? You don't bite lollipops.
You're gonna break all your teeth.
I do.
You're gonna be like Brad. You're gonna be
You're
like
gonna
Brad.
be
You have to go
like
get Novocaine because Brad doesn't brush his teeth.
Yeah,
Brad.
I brush my teeth.
You're
every
disgusting.
I brush my teeth every
Brad
day.
is like a borderline hippie, though. Like, he brings all this weird stuff over.
You
there.
work at
You're
Fresh and
you're
Natural
fired.
Foods, Brad.
So
You're a
You work
hippie.
at they sell hemp milk where you work.
Hemp milk.
That doesn't even sound like a real thing.
it is.
It is a real
It is a
thing.
real
Gross.
thing.
It's milk
awful.
made of hemp, and
It
Brad
tastes
has
terrible.
tried it.
One time, Brad brought hemp gum to school, and I thought I was gonna get high when I ate it, and I didn't, and I was disappointed.
Yeah. What do you think?
Doesn't
Well,
have
not
teeth.
just gonna
It's
like.
weed, man. Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
There you go.
Yeah, they're so dumb.
So I saw this. Did you guys see that crack article I sent you guys today?
I don't look at cracks. No,
Alright, so
I did.
Crack.
Oh, is that like the top 10?
Yeah,
movies?
MLG 1-1. But I think
Yeah,
we should play the first one on that list, which is Succulent, which is
I
basically
didn't look through the whole list.
it's basically a guy eating what is it's It's not stated what it is. It's either an orange popsicle, a corn dog, or just a dick on a stick. And you literally just control him eating this. And when you put it in his mouth, when you put this corn dog in his mouth, like a bunch of dudes just show up in the background, just grabbing their crotches and like dancing around and stuff. And this is an indie game you can download on the internet right now called Succulent.
I like all those dating games they have on like Xbox
a
Live.
board game like that, but not.
Jake,
I don't know.
Jake and I downloaded this one indie game. It was like a dating simulator, and
Is it
one
the
of the
pigeon
scenes
one?
is this girl. She's like eating a hot dog. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a break to eat the hot dog." And when it cuts the shot, it's like her sucking on it. Like it's so obvious, like it's her like sucking a dick, and it's
how girls eat hot
the
dogs.
most ridiculous like cut to something ever.
Anytime
Have you
a
ever seen a girl eat a hot dog?
Anytime a girl eats something that's shaped like a dick, they do it like that. They have to stop and like savor it and like suck on it. Do a little
No, like
bit
it
of
was so funny.
Jake, if you were my girlfriend, I'd break up with you if you did that.
I'd break your jaw.
No, you don't get it.
I would just
it
break up with
feels
you. I'd fucking break your
amazing.
jaw.
I bet you. Yeah.
It feels amazing
No,
though.
but,
You'd be like, that sounds
feels
pretty
I
nice.
feel like if you gagged
like-
like that, I would just lose erection.
You'd be like,
I'd be like,
oh,
all right,
oh,
we're done.
God.
All right, we're done.
Obviously,
we're
have
done.
not watched
Yeah,
enough hardcore
all right.
porn.
I'm sorry, but we're
Obviously,
done.
Jesse,
You obviously have not played enough. What's that like virtual reality goggle thing?
Oculus Rift.
Oculus Rift. Like,
You know, there's
hentai
a
games.
You know, like
Jeff-
I think Activision, like they published like a porn game for the Oculus or something like that.
There's a game you can buy actually on from Japan, and it comes with a peripheral that's basically a flashlight that you plug into your USB.
I saw that. Unfortunate. There was a webm.
Of course, it's not on 4chan.
There's a webm of a guy looking at looking at hentai, a hentai game through the Oculus Rift, and then
I've seen that one.
it had a whole. It was all programmed and designed around a fleshlight.
It had.
In a. So you stand up at a
It
table.
was like a torso. Like
It was like there's a fleshlight.
Yeah.
There's a fleshlight here, and you actually it has like motors and stuff to provide haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god,
What
this
is-
sounds
What is
amazing.
haptic feedback? Because you were saying that like about racing games.
Haptic feedback.
Like,
Like with a racing game, it would add resistance.
There be dragons.
It would add realistic resistance to the gas pedal.
oh, so you're saying by what's it called?
Haptic.
So you're
Haptic
saying
feedback.
by haptic reactant in like a hentai game, it would be like
Yeah.
the girl saying, "Get the fuck off me! Don't rape me!" Like
If that's what you're into, but
that's
um,
resistance.
In like the
That's
Japanese
weird,
game, it's like the girl crying and like.
there's you'd
You
be surprised
feel
how
the
many rape
tears.
simulators there are. Japanese rape simulators there are, but
That's messed up.
Wasn't there a
There's
game
a
where
game-
What
about
world
this.
were you on,
But-
John?
But the weirdest thing about the webm was there was people in the background watching, and they weren't like into it or anything. They were just. It was like they were like.
John just watches sound.
scribbling
It was like-
notes like
It was like he was testing it, like he was a game tester, and that's what he had to do.
Well, it's a game against
John's
test it,
John's
so-
been
test
getting
that
really
game.
into
I don't know
sounding
about you guys.
lately.
But would you do it if people are watching you?
I don't know. If
No.
it's like I'd probably get really creeped out if I put it on and it was like hentai porn. It's like this is not what I signed up for, you guys.
So, like, so how does it feel?
How does it make you?
How does it feel to have those tentacles simulated as wrapping around your balls? It
Do
feels
those
really
tentacles,
weird.
are they realistic? Are
really
they suction
great.
enough for
Yeah,
you?
I can definitely tell that I'm in a machine right now.
It's like the suction cups are placed perfectly, so it's like one per
I'm
ball.
pretty sure the head of my dick just got ripped clean off by your machine here.
Oh, I think the head of my dick, I can't really feel it anymore. So.
Hey,
oh,
Brett.
okay.
Isn't that what circumcision
Brad,
is?
do
They
you
cut off the
like
head
do you
of
like
your
sounds?
they cut off the head of your.
Well, like,
They cut off like
they
the
cut
four
off the
sounds
head.
around your dick.
Is
They
that
cut off
the
the
head
head
like
of
some
the
kind of like
tip.
band or something?
They don't
I
cut
read
off
about?
the
No,
They
it's
cut
just
off
like
the
it's
gland.
like music.
It's
It's
like music sounds?
like
How do
sounds.
you know it's
SoundCloud,
called?
Like sounding.
Sounding.
Yeah, sounding is pretty cool.
There's
Sounding.
there's
yeah.
a game
sounding.
theory all
What?
about like
Look it
the
up.
Japanese.
Look up sounding.
No.
Fuck.
Do it.
Talk
I'm
about
doing
it.
everything.
Look up sounding.
What is
I'm gonna do it
sounding?
right now.
Jay,
I'm gonna do it right
we
now.
don't want to
Yeah,
look it up.
Why don't you
Where's
just
my
tell us?
It's I can't tell it to you.
No.
It
Just
wouldn't-
say it.
You just wouldn't get that feeling.
We just wouldn't get the
Is it like vaporwave or death grips? You just can't
No,
explain it.
it's sounding.
Are they field recordings?
I feel like sounding is
look
like
up
just
sounding.
animal sounds. Like
Have you
whale.
like heard
Look
like,
up
group
sounding.
names or-
Look up sounding. You will not guess what it is.
What do they call that thing when whales go? Like that?
breaching?
I'm pretty
What?
sure
Is
John
it
knows what it
breaching?
is because he's messed up.
No,
but-
breaching is when they surf when they
I thought
like
breaching
throw-
is an action. Like the,
No,
the, what's the name of the sound?
Breaching is when they like jump out of the water, basically.
Breach the water. What
Um,
breach the
Oh,
surface.
sound.
I don't know. Whales going.
Sounding. John, you know what sounding is, right?
Sounding?
Yeah.
Does it have something to do with sex, Jake?
What?
Does it have something to do with sex?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
That one.
Is it like
Look
that,
it up, Brad. Are you looking it up?
Is it like
What
ASMR?
is
Is it
Urban
like
Dictionary? Is that a good
what's
source?
that thing called where it's like
I
really
think so.
calm noises? ASMR.
Yeah, you can always cite Urban Dictionary in your.
I always thought there was a thing called like ASMR, and it was like pleasant sounds.
Well, it's like
The practice of inserting plastic or metal sounds along thin and very smooth objects.
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh my god, I know what that is! Yeah!
What is this?
It's like you insert a rubber tube into your urethra and you pull it out.
Ultimately
soundy.
leads to stretching of the urethra
That's-
so that larger objects, such as the finger, can be inserted into the penis.
Oh yeah, that's where did I hear that?
Oh jeez.
You probably first saw it in One Kid, One Sandbox. Yeah.
Sleepycast. I think I heard it from Sleepycast. Someone mentioned that.
sounding.
That it's like
Really
it's like
gross.
It's like a trend in Japan, an underground sex world.
Everything's
Like putting
trend
your
in
dick inside
Japan.
another dude's dick, isn't it? Like
Well, yeah, you put a rod or something.
It's like a
and then
you put
every
rod
week
in
you
there.
replace it with a slightly bigger one until it's big enough for a penis to go in your penis.
I don't think it's a
Oh.
penis. I just think I've heard it's like,
Like
a rod,
bleed sometimes.
and then like you
Yeah.
someone jerks you off until you're going.
Well, that's
and then
just-
they pull it out and it just bursts forth like some sort of
it
kraken.
That little
explodes
rings for
forth
that.
like that one scene from fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, it's just
No, Grant, they have rings.
It's
for
like
that.
it's like that scene from Scary. It's like that scene from Scary Movie 1 where he like pins the girl to the ceiling with his jizz.
That reminds me of the process people figured out of how to like cut off your own dick and still be able to pee and stuff.
Oh, nice.
the process.
Yeah.
There's a how-to video on it.
I'm like
There's
WikiHow or
a
some shit.
do-it-yourself
You're
infographic.
totally
unfortunately.
It's not like Wiki. What is that
WikiHow.
called?
Wiki
Like
Answers?
WikiHow.
Yeah.
WikiHow.
Just
There's
says
no
Wiki
there's no
How.
wiki. There should be, but there's
How do I become a eunuch and then
But I read
control
it-
the Game of Thrones universe?
I read it out of pure fascination because it was the straightest thing I've ever
fantasy.
heard of.
It was the straightest thing you've ever heard of.
Straightest, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah,
straight
yeah.
out of this.
John was
Straight guys hate this.
John just googled how to cut off.
Straight
your
guys
penis.
really hate this.
John
Really
just
makes
googled
them
how to cut off your dick.
Click here.
So this is what I did. This is how I cut off my dick. Okay, so I took a rubber tube. You take a rubber tube, you stick it down your urethra, down to your bladder, and then once it hits there, then you put a tourniquet around the base of your dick, and then wait for it to lose feeling, and then you take a knife and cut out. Cut the tube. But the part of the tube, the ingenious thing is that the tube is now your
And you can just flop it around
yeah,
everywhere.
you can flop around your dick.
You can pee around corners.
You can just put it like.
Wait, you wouldn't even need to
Twist
cut your
your
dick
straw
off for that. You
there.
could just put a tube in your dick
can
and
put
like
it-
pee around corners and
John,
No, you have to cut your dick off. It's
you can
funny.
put like a crazy straw in there.
a bending straw.
No, a crazy straw that has all those little loops.
It goes like up into your intestines. Like
They're not really that big diameter.
It like comes out like
It's
crazy
bigger.
patterns and shit.
The stuff I've seen on 4chan.
You put like an LED light on it so you can get like different colors.
How
and
much
shit.
board is this?
Have you ever seen that webm where like
Of course it's B.
Come on, you're going B!
Everybody goes on B. Fuck you.
Have you ever seen that one like webm where it's like these Japanese dudes like have like a tube or like they have like a fish tank full of these little like wormy looking fish and they stick it like a tube up a girl's
Oh, yeah.
ass and they pump
Yep.
fish in her ass.
Yep, I've seen that one.
And it's just like shit like
Oh.
in her ass. So
Oh.
gross.
I saw this one thing on 4chan where the girl stuck like a vacuum pump up her butthole and started pumping herself up, and her stomach started like expanding like a balloon,
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
it was actually real. And then she let it out. She pulled the tube out and just went and just deflated
how I
herself.
fart.
Just
That's what the
deflated
4chan
her ass
means.
all over. It was so weird.
One thing I can't believe people are into is like prolapsed anuses. That's just gross. I don't know how. It just looks like they're in pain. Looks like they're in severe pain.
People just like
John, pain
like
is
watching
the thing.
pain.
50 Shades, man.
I
The
know,
next-
but
50
50
Shades.
Shades is so vanilla.
50 Shades Darker needs more prolapsed anuses.
I don't remember what website this was, but there was a website that made a 50 Shades of Grey teddy bear, where it's a teddy bear that's
Oh,
gray,
yeah, I heard
that's
about
wearing a
that.
suit, and it has a mask in one hand and handcuffs in the other one, and it's like marketed to children.
It is?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure
I
about
saw
that?
that.
I thought it was like
I heard about that same thing on NPR, and it was definitely for like couples.
Adults.
But it's like why would that's
That's what I spent
just like
50
hey
bucks
you? That's like it might as well just be a let's try try something new, teddy bear. Like honestly, like
Let's
It's
try
like-
something
it's pretty
new.
blunt.
It's like that. It's like that. That one. How they sold Breaking Bad toys that included like meth
Meth,
and
yeah,
toys.
Toys R Us.
At Toys R Us.
And they
And
took
the
them
Walter
away.
White, the Walter White figure included a bag, a shopping bag full of cash, a gun, and a baggie full of meth.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. I wanted to buy those, but then they took them off too fast.
Or there
Those
was
are really
this-
expensive.
there was-
collectible action figures, Walter White, like just
I wanted to
put
make
them on your
Jesse.
shelf.
I wanted to make Jesse and Walt have sex.
I saw this one.
Who doesn't?
Like, speaking of like awful toys for children, there was this one time they created this snow cone maker for there was a Peanuts snow cone maker. So it was like,
Oh yeah, I had that.
yeah, I had it too, and I saw this online. I saw it actually. So it's a
Wait,
peanut.
a
It's
Peanuts
like
comic strip?
yeah, Peanuts
Yeah,
comic
yeah,
strip,
yeah.
like Snoopy and Charlie Brown and those guys.
Because the
Yeah.
shape of
It's
Snoopy's
just,
dog.
yeah, it's a snow cone. It's a snow cone maker. Basically, it's the shape
This
of
is a
Snoopy.
knot at the bottom.
Shut the fuck up, John. It's the shape of Snoopy's doghouse. And you put ice in it, and then you turn this wheel in the back, and it like grinds the ice into like snow cone stuff, and then you put flavors in it. Basically, so I actually had this. I looked online, and there's a giant recall and a bunch of lawsuits for this because there's a brass like gasket in it, basically, or whatever you would call it, like a washer thing in it that when you would spin it would fall out and fall into people's like snow cones, and these kids would eat it and break all of their teeth like eating snow cones with like brass washers in them and stuff. And I was like,
That's
how
so
did
fun.
I not die
You're
eating
always
this thing?
you're always risking your.
I can imagine the Russian roulette of snow cone maker. Yeah. No, but how do kids like? I'd imagine kids don't lose all their teeth, but imagine if some kid was that stupid where he's eating, he's like, "Ow, that hurt," and he just keeps eating it.
Until all
Ow.
his teeth are gone.
Ow! It's like that Simpsons episode where like Lisa tests Bart with electroshock therapy, and he's gonna like, get the cheese, and whenever he gets the cheese, it like shocks him. He goes, "Ow, quit it! Ow, quit it! Ow, quit it!" It's the same principle, just with like killing like snow
Washer.
cones.
No, God.
Oh, there was a Lion King toy where it was Rafiki, and he was holding like baby Simba. And what you could do is he would like lift it up in the sky, but there was a lever in the back that if you turned it, that if you like put it up and down, he would like basically be like butt thrusting. He'd basically be like his arms would raise, his arms would like raise Simba up and down. But if you like did the lever in the back like up and down really fast, it looked like he was basically just taking the baby Simba and just like slamming him into his dick like over and over.
Oh, I thought I meant
And then
he was butt thrusting like he was twerking. Like.
No, he was slamming baby Simba, like baby Simba's butthole into his dick.
That's what I mean. Baby Simba was fucking hot.
Or there was a Punisher.
I'm
There
a
was a
total
Punisher
furry
toy.
fan.
There was a
So Elton
Punisher
John.
toy that was a transformer basically, and it transformed into like a pretty much a gun thing. But,
Oh yeah, it was
so-
Megatron.
Yeah,
Megatron.
no, it was Punisher. It was Punisher like that.
The comic.
I thought you said
The comic book.
Transformer.
It was basically, it was like a Transformer toy with Punisher. So it was a Punisher action figure, but then when you transformed it a little bit, it turned into like a gun. But
Yeah.
if during the first stage of the thing, you had to flip this the barrel of the gun up, and it was in his crotch, and you flip it up so it looks like he has a giant gun erection.
Yeah.
And then when you completely transform it, basically it's him hunched over, like, and the trigger is like on the back of his knees, and the barrel of the gun is coming out of his butt. And like, so basically you just point his ass at people and like shoot people with it.
That's how
Oh, because the Megatron, because the original Megatron Transformer was
Yeah.
literally like the transformed form was like it was a Walther P38 pistol with a scope on it, which is like why would you put a scope on that? But when he transformed it, it was like the most awkward thing in the world to transform. I saw a video of a guy transforming it. And he screwed up to the point where the barrel of the gun was just a big dick for Megatron, like between Megatron's knees. And then you could wave Megatron around, the thing would flip around. That was awesome.
That's perfect.
And you could pull his trigger and
You pull his trigger. There was one that was a Batman squirt gun where it's Batman like hunched over at like a 90-degree angle, basically, and the trigger is where his dick is,
Oh, yeah.
and water comes out his mouth, and you put water in his butt to like fill it up.
I remember there's like this Spider-Man squirt gun. It had nothing sexual, but it was a squirt gun where it was like a 2-person squirt gun. It was just it was absurdly long. It was probably as long as this couch.
It was a Nerf
And it was absurdly long, and it was a giant squirt gun, and it had like the most insane amount of water pressure built up into it. I don't know how the hell it worked, but you'd have like 2 people carry it into battle, and then...
It's like
I've never
so. It's
heard of
basically like the Hauser cannon of like
No, it's like a
of
punt
like
gun.
squirt guns.
Yeah, the
it's
punt
like
gun.
it's the punt gun of squirt guns.
Well, yeah, but like it was so weird.
For those of you who don't know what the punt gun is, it's like an 8-foot-long shotgun, pretty much, that was made to shoot down entire flocks of geese with one shot.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's a gun that's like 8 feet long, and it's basically, the shells were like, basically like buckshot shells.
It's a giant single barrel.
They were like the size, like the barrel was like the size of a softball, basically. And when you shot it at a flock of like geese and quails and stuff, and it was made to like spread out and kill every single.
And you'd shoot it off of the bow of like a rowboat, so your rowboat would like fly back.
Yeah. You could not like fire it. You had to have it mounted on something. Like there are videos of people like firing this in like firing ranges, and they get blown back like 6 feet trying to fire this thing. Like there was this one where it was a bunch of dudes in like it was a bunch of like Middle Eastern dudes because they all had like turbans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
so therefore they're
Racist!
profiling. But they were firing it off a mounted table, and the first shot it did broke every mount on the table, shot the table backwards, and blew the guy backwards out of his chair like 3 feet back into the wall behind him.
Amazing.
It was unbelievable. And like they showed the target, and the target was gone.
Yeah.
Like it was like it was one of those police targets basically, and the entire thing was gone.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah. Isn't that what the blunderbuss was designed to do?
Well,
like,
yeah,
take out a
much,
bunch of versions.
much smaller. No, a blunderbuss was like
it's like a shotgun.
it was supposed to be
I know
just
what
a
a
shotgun, and you put like nails in it,
you
and
could
screws,
just, like,
and
put
all sorts of
rocks
crap.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they do. You just
Put
stuff
whatever you
crap.
could find.
It's like a
into it.
rocket launcher from Fallout 3.
Yeah, basically.
Rocket launcher.
But like,
It's like the suck cannon from Ratchet.
Well,
and
then
Clank,
they
where you
had,
suck
like,
up enemies and fire them with missiles.
then naval officers had like volley guns, which are basically like 8-barreled muskets, which is like the precursor to like a double-barrel shotgun. Is like an 8-barreled musket, which is so.
I don't have to
Octo
reload it,
barrel.
so-
What were we talking about before this? We turned into the.
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Just
Oh,
keep
it
going
was
on
like
past
squirt
that.
guns. Yeah, I had this one thing. It was a Spider-Man. It was like a Spider-Man toy, and it was basically like these wrist things that you.
Is
Oh,
the one
I
that
had
shoots
one of those
silly
It was the
too.
one that shoots silly string.
Yeah,
I shot my
cool.
neighbor in the eye with that.
Did
Like
he
the
die?
first thing I did was my mom was like, "Be careful with this because it shoots silly string at like a decently high pressure." So I went over to my neighbor. I'm like, "Hey, look what I got!" Sprayed him right in the eye. He started like crying. His mom thought he had to take him to the doctor because there was like silly string like inside his eyelids.
Did
and
it
stuff.
did it burn his eye? 'Cause
No.
I thought it said on the thing like don't get it in your eyes.
No, I don't think it did, but it was like a really high pressure. Like when he first got it, it was like a
Especially
really
with
high.
what happened.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
does anybody want to take
I
a trip
I
to the
walked
candy
up,
shop and take
like-
a look at my lollipop?
Like I got this for my birthday or something, and my mom's like, "All right, be careful with this because it shoots silly string. You don't want to
Guys,
shoot it in
we
anybody's
can, like,
eye or mouth."
once
or
it's like
something."
this
And I
at
go
the
up to my
same
neighbor,
time,
I'm
I
like, "Hey, fucker."
Have you ever licked that
Yeah, I
side?
remember after
Yeah.
the silly string one.
I'm
they
not
had one where
licking
was,
it
like,
then.
a
you
water
can like
gun.
lick the edge. I'll like
Yeah, I had the hardcore silly string one.
Yeah, me too.
I had the OG gangster one.
But some.
Oh, you guys are
What
gross.
the fuck?
He hasn't
Okay,
licked that
He's
edge.
sharing the giant lollipop. No.
He hasn't licked that edge.
They're both licking it at
No,
the same
I'm not
time
gonna
on
lick
opposite sides. They're
No.
licking opposite sides of the lollipop.
Wait,
Jake's
did
trying-
you guys actually? Okay, did you?
Jake's trying to
did you
get us
guys do that?
to lick the other end of the lollipop.
No,
while-
Jake, I will stick
Basically,
my
almost
foot in
lick
your
each
mouth.
other's tongues, pretty much. No.
Oh, I don't want
You
to.
didn't lick that side of it. It was fine.
Jake, stop licking. Stop trying to get.
I'm
your
doing it
recorder.
with the viewers.
Stop
No.
licking the viewers.
The
Stop
viewers.
it.
Yes, your viewers.
Stick
We're
your
losing
tongue
viewers.
out
by
your
They're
the
not
side.
gonna like you.
Watch out for the.
Nobody like.
Pitbull.
We
Watch
should
out for
make
the
popcorn.
pitbull.
I'm gonna go make popcorn.
Go make popcorn then.
Yeah, I'm doing
There's
it.
a microwave right over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That microwave doesn't even work. A, and it's not even plugged into anything. B,
Okay, where are we gonna
and
make popcorn?
C,
then?
all of the above.
John,
Why?
John, look, there's a little part right here.
Upstairs.
That's not licked.
Oh,
Just
I
lick
wanna
it.
go upstairs.
Lick it. I won't lick it at the same time.
Grant, you go upstairs and do it. It's your
No,
house.
I'm not gonna.
What?
You're not the boss of me.
It's like a really
not the
small
boss of me.
spot. You kind of have to like
What is
look
that?
at it.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the
Yeah.
Middle.
You know, I thought it was Boy Meets World for a second, and then I realized.
It is
Did
Boy
you know
Meets
there's like a new version of Boy Meets World called
Boy
Girl
Meets
Meets
Girl
World?
Yeah, it's their. It's
Okay,
their.
just kidding.
Never heard of
There's a
it.
huge section right there
It's
that
the
isn't
act.
licked. You
So
wanna lick
it's
it?
the act. It's the act. It's the people who were in Boy Meets World, but they're all adults.
it's not a part
They're
of
all
our
adults now,
Oh, I
and
think
it's their
all
shit.
all
No, oh my god.
Back, we've gone full
They're all
circle.
adults now, but their children are the show.
No, what it is,
That's
it's
what
all
you're
they're
saying.
all adults now, and their children on the show. Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I said, dude.
It's really it's weird, and apparently they're gonna do a Full House like reunion show.
Oh
now.
God, why?
Yeah, I
Just
heard
make
about
new ideas. God.
Yeah.
John, no. Let's just stop.
No.
Let's just watch
John,
it.
Terrible
shut
idea.
up.
John, let's just watch Rewind
Rehashes.
of
That's the big thing.
Blackish.
Oh,
Blackfish?
Blackish.
Black-
It's like a show.
Fish, blackish, fish.
That's such a dumb show. It's so weird.
But the only reason it gets viewers is 'cause it's on right after Modern Family. So.
Yeah.
Black people.
Hey, our show is about black people, but it's not racist.
There's no black people here, so we can say blacks, and nobody
It's
will.
not racist.
Those
if the
blacks.
cast is black.
Yeah, it's okay to be racist as long as the cast is full of
Well,
minorities.
what about that
Like-
show, Fresh Off the Boat? Like
Oh, yeah,
that's
another
something-
good
that's a distinctly racist name. Like.
Well, no, but
Like,
they're off the boat. They're fresh off the boat.
I might as well make a show called Lynchtown. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
just be instead of
You should.
Duluth.
Well, let's make a show called Lynchtown.
What?
And every episode, a new black guy gets lynched. It'll be great.
Okay, so what
And the
what
second
defines
finale,
racism?
no black
though?
guys get lynched, and then a black guy gets lynched.
It's about. It's
How
about,
would you define racism?
It's about the. It's like
Believing you're racist the best. That's what I
It's
think.
No,
about
that's
the. It's about the
supremacy.
wacky misadventures of the guys who ran the Ku Klux Klan.
Believing certain races are beneath yours.
It's still racial
Well,
supremacy.
then what's racism?
I don't know.
What is racism? I've never
What
heard
is
this term before.
exactly like what is racism? What
Being
is
racist.
classified as racism?
You're saying I
what's
hate
being
black people.
racist?
Black people are.
But then like saying
different.
fresh off the boat, is that really like saying you hate?
I think it's because
Like,
it's a
Asian
negative
people?
stereotype. you
Yeah.
know?
Is it negative?
I think if it's a
Could be.
negative stereo, because a stereotype is just something generalized about a specific group of people. So me saying that all black people can run fast,
They can though.
shut up, John.
It's no run like
That's not inherently racist because it's not like negative. It's more of a stereotype. If I were to say something like all black people steal, like that would be racist.
Any minority listening right now is just pissed off.
No, but, okay.
So,
So,
yeah, you know that guy from 916 who went to Kenya this week?
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Oh,
I'm
he went
pretty
to
sure
Kenya?
before. So they had that giant like terrorist attack at the college in Kenya. I'm pretty sure before he left, I told him don't get killed by Al Shabaab. So
And then he
I
did,
Feel,
and now
I
we're
feel
not
really
gonna-
bad now.
no, he actually. he
thank
Snapchatted
God.
because he
me
went to
this
Kenya
morning,
and then there was
so
a
he
giant
did.
ass terrorist
Yeah,
attack.
he did actually. He actually Snapchatted.
Do you have him
me
on
this morning.
Snapchat?
Yeah, I have him on Snapchat.
What did he say? Something
He
about
Snapchatted me this morning.
AG.
He took like I think it was this, but he took like one of the like rap sessions and like he put a beat behind it.
Oh,
And
jeez.
I was like, oh my gosh, dude, that's actually kind of cool.
So for listeners, in one of our classes, there's this guy named Brian, and he's like a Kenyan.
He's from Kenya.
He's from Kenya. He lived in Kenya all his life until like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
And he's just obsessed with like
Hip hop.
getting Jake to become like a world famous hip hop artist.
Yeah.
because Jake did this crappy like freestyle thing
About
and, like,
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
And
apparently,
I love my
and I'm the one that's supposed to do the beatboxing.
And I'm the hype man who just
I did
dances
the
in the
beatbox.
background and looks like a retard.
No, Brad, you have no bass.
Yeah,
So-
Brad, you're really
Well,
bad.
I can
Beatbox.
beatbox.
Hey, Brad, beatbox for us right now.
Yeah, throw a beat.
Oh,
Go,
I don't
go.
feel like
Don't
it.
think about it. Go. Use your instinct.
Just throw us a beat.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Alright, good
Let's
job,
have a
Brad.
beatbox
Never
off.
mind, you suck at beatboxing. Brad,
Yeah.
you're so bad at beatboxing.
Come on.
I was doing the same exact thing John was doing.
I'm not that good either, but apparently I'm better because
You're
that's what
much-
Brian says.
Much better than Brad.
Well,
Yeah. What's up? Freestyle.
Our
Yeah, white rap.
Snastcast has just turned into like the freestyle.
Yeah,
Snastcast.
I'm white rapping. Yeah, I'm clapping too because that rhymes with rapping.
Macaroni and cheese and shit. I don't know. That's what
Why are you
cheesy
guys
squeezy.
talking about
Cheesy
mac and
squeezy.
cheese?
Cheesy squeezy mac and cheese.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
That's
I like to
basically
rap
the
because I
lyrics.
know how to
No.
time it, tripping over your
That's
words
what
like
makes
all
me
over
sick,
the
John. I
body.
don't like it. No. God,
I just came up with a really
like
good
that. There's an episode of
one. I'm good at rapping
Codename
because I know how to time it. You be choking on your words like you need a Heimlich.
But you choked on the words.
That's
You gotta do it
pretty
perfect.
Jake.
Brett, yeah,
Like, that's because I didn't have a beat.
Jake's not bad at freestyling, so.
No, but there's an episode of Codename Kids Next
I
Door.
like to rap because I know how to time it. You're choking on your words like you need a Heimlich.
There you go.
Yeah, we're the best.
White rap. He's the limp.
I'm a better rapper
He is-
than Eminem because I'm white. He's black. Wait, no, he's not. He's a white guy.
He's the Limp Biscuit of rappers.
I bet he is.
He's actually like, he's good at rapping. I just don't like his music.
Aren't his lyrics like really
Who,
bad?
Limp Biscuit?
No,
Yeah, Limp Bizkit.
no.
I love Limp Bizkit
Eminem.
rapping, but he's just bad.
He's just bad.
He's like,
It was
he's
the
good at
greatest,
rapping.
it was
I
the
just don't like his music.
The day
what are you talking about?
The day we
Eminem.
discovered
Eminem.
Thomas the Dank Engine was probably like the greatest day of my month.
People,
Yeah, it's basically Biggie Smalls rapping to the Thomas the Tank Engine
It's
theme
actually-
for 7 minutes.
There's actually effort put into it because they
Biggie
cut
Smalls,
3 different
Notorious
songs.
B.I.G.
3 different
it's
Biggie
actually
Smalls songs. And it's
you
not
can like
good.
actually you can easily rap to that song. There's something
So
about
it's
it.
a good.
There was,
It's a good
there was
tempo.
another.
That's a good
I don't
tempo
remember
and
who did
just
this,
like-
but somebody rapped to the Office theme song. And it was pretty good.
The Office theme song.
Yeah.
You rap.
That's
the
not. That's
like,
harder.
put lyrics to the
Or
Office
there was a
theme
guy.
song?
There was
Because the Office theme song doesn't have lyrics.
No, it's a rap that they like laid over the Office theme
Oh,
song.
okay, that
pretty
makes
much.
more
Or
sense.
there was another one where these guys took the instrumental. I can't remember any of these because I don't really listen to rap at home not much. But these guys took the instrumentals from Beatles songs and rapped to them.
Okay.
Which was actually not bad.
You could do it
Like,
to Eleanor Rigby and Come Together, probably. Those are both like come together.
Just come together, but
It's about
about-
Frosted Muffin or
It's not.
It's
about a whole
that Sleepy Cast thing.
It's about giving people leprosy while you're sitting in your armchair.
no, it's about
circle jerk. A circle jerk. Is it about a circle jerk?
No, it's not.
it's about circle jerk games.
Sir.
Now
Over me.
Yeah,
There's a guy in the middle.
There's a guy
It's
in the
about
middle of the
Bukkake.
scene.
That's
About-
not what it's about.
But come on my face.
It's a song about Bukkake.
You guys are screwing these
All
Beatles
Beatles songs
lyrics
are
up.
about Bukkake in
Yes.
some way.
We all come in a yellow submarine.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Okay,
It's not,
how
they're
about
not fucking
okay, John?
dancing.
I'm just gonna list Beatles songs off, and you tell me how they're about Bukkake.
Revolution
Eleanor
Run.
Rigby.
The Bukkake on Eleanor Rigby.
Okay. What's another Beatles?
All the
I'm
lovely people, where do they all come from?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That's Bukkake.
What's another good one? Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
They come on the hammer. I don't
No,
know.
there's a guy named Maxwell, and his penis is nicknamed the Silver
Yeah,
Hammer.
there you go. Because he has a Prince Albert piercing.
So he kills his lab assistant. He kills his teacher when he's a little kid.
But what it does,
he
he
kills
kills
the
and
judge.
drowns them
but
in
he
cum.
comes on all of them.
He drowns them in his massive amount of cum. That's why it's called the silver hammer. Is the cum hits you like a hammer.
He's the Silver Hammer Killer.
Okay, what's another Beatles song? I Am the Walrus.
That's a walrus coming. I don't know.
No, girl.
I'm
Boy,
bad,
you've
'cause I
been
don't
a
know.
real bad girl. You've let your knickers down.
Oh.
You let your face
man.
grow long? Well, that doesn't make sense.
You made your dick grow on.
So
Okay,
Yeah, see?
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
So like that's like
The
it's-
diamonds are
It's
trees
about
and they're like-
transgender bukkake.
No,
Uh,
Grant, you see this guy? You
I
see
don't
this
know
guy
enough
with
about
diamonds?
Beatles,
It's like
so-
the diamonds are like little jizz droplets. They're like spraying into the sky. over
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
yeah, it's not great. I don't know any other Beatles songs like right off the top of my head.
I know a decent amount.
Revolution
Monster.
I don't know any. I don't.
Beatles is way beyond my time.
Honestly, I've only heard the most
Like
popular
Helter
Beatles
Skelter.
songs.
How about Lady Madonna? That should be
Hey
that on.
Jude.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude, come join
Don't
the com circle.
I'm
Wasn't
gonna
there
come on your
someone-
face.
Wasn't there someone did like a really awful parody of Hey Jude was Hey Juden, and it was like Juden, the German word
Hi,
for Jew.
Hey Jordan.
Jordan.
Show me your
It looked
papers.
so sad. It's like and it was like referencing like crystal knocked and stuff. Like
Oh my god.
your shop's windows are shattered everywhere. Like it's a horrible thing.
Is it a 4chan thing?
It probably was.
So guys,
Just imagine.
your votes. So now that we're talking about like morbid stuff, like
We are.
do you think? Well, kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah,
Crystal
shut
Knock.
the
Like we just
Yeah,
talked about
but, like,
crystal knots.
dead
Is
babies.
it?
There you go.
Can we make 9/11 jokes yet?
Nope.
Too soon.
Well,
Too soon.
humor
Is
is
it too soon?
humor
No.
is tragedy plus time.
You guys are the
so-
ones who went on the.
Is it
Iranian-
time?
You
Is
guys
it
are the ones who
time?
went on the Iranian chat group in school the other day and started talking about
Honestly,
how and told
I
them
think
all
it's-
thank you for 9/11.
Isn't that time yet?
Nah,
It's
Iran was
extremely
funded
close.
by Saudis.
So,
It's
yeah,
extremely
I think this
close
time
to
already,
9/11.
I
honestly.
can't think of any 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, so basically these guys
No,
got,
but it's getting there.
onto an
They
Iranian
might come
chat
crashing
group the other
down
day
pretty
and started
soon,
trying to
yeah.
troll a bunch of people in Iran.
But we couldn't because they talked a nonsense language.
They were like
Farsi,
Hima
which is
Humu
Persian,
Waba,
which is
Fox
like one of the
News.
most ancient and
Lol.
complicated languages of all time.
it's nonsense.
It's not American.
No,
It's
Grant.
bullshit.
That's
This is
why
what
the
it was.
Google Translate
This
didn't
is
work
what it
because we were
was.
trying to translate it into Hebrew.
It was like
Hebrew and
You
Arabic.
guys are so
Hebrew is
racist.
the only ancient language besides Sumerian.
We were
Guys,
trying to
shit.
translate all the
I
all
need
the
to
things they were
explain
saying
what
in
it was like in this
reasonable.
Iranian chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it was like it was just half of it was filled with LOL, and that's not kidding. I'm not kidding about that.
Yeah.
It was LOL with like 10
L.
O's.
Like,
So
everyone was typing in caps too.
They were in all caps.
It would be like Mamu, Nijabu, Fox News, LOL.
Or
We
or
can right now.
every
My
time
mother
you
watches Fox.
every
News.
time you'd swear on that chat room, it would change it to oops.
Like
They're changing the
whoops and asterisks.
Asterisk.
Whoops.
Asterisk.
So like the day, like right after a little while, I was like, I think I know how to make something funny in here. So I did like Fox News poop fuck lol, and then the guy was like poop lol.
And I typed in like everyone was typing like at the beginning that like Momo because that was one of the usernames, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I typed in caps Momo Boko Haram Hitler. And somebody was like LOL or something.
We went to Google Translate because some of these guys were talking in obviously like some
And
weird
nothing.
language. And we tried to translate it into Hebrew, but it didn't make any sense. So
Yeah.
now it makes sense because it was Farsi, but you
Yeah.
know.
Guys are so bad. Like honestly, some weird language.
Or we went in an oppression chat room site, and John got kicked off. But John got like pulled into a private chat by the admin to tell him to
Yeah.
stop.
I was
trolling people.
no. The reason why is
It made me
because we were
sad.
from. I was on it too, and we were from the same IP.
And they thought we were the same person trolling.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which I did go into the troll, but I never did because everything was just too depressing.
It was too. You
Yeah,
can't
too
troll.
depressing.
You can't troll a depression
You
chat
could,
room.
you could try to do one
Like-
of those things where you like describe how terrible your life is, and then slowly turn it into song lyrics.
like a
but
4chan greed text story.
Yeah.
Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did
Like-
he come? That's my favorite one, the Cotton Eye Joe one.
I'm a horrible, I can be a horrible person at sometimes, but I don't think I could ever bring myself to try to troll those people on that depression.
I think
You
chat
went
room.
in with the intent of trolling these people so hard.
Wait, you
and then-
want a depression chat room and
That's
try to
what I
troll?
was doing.
That
That's
is
what we talked about.
horrible.
We didn't. We
I
couldn't.
thought you said
try
it was
to
an
troll.
Iranian chat
Well,
room.
that
They
was
changed the
another
depression chat
You
room.
guys are awful people.
I
No,
never
but
did
we
though
didn't
because
do it because
do
we
it.
felt so bad.
It
Yeah,
made me
you
feel
should.
bad.
You guys are monsters if you even.
You didn't do anything. You're monsters.
I mean, at
That's
the
like
most,
hijacking a. That's like going up to like the
hijacking
Golden
a plane
Gate.
and driving it into the Twin Towers.
No,
But
that's
it's
like-
Iran.
That's
No.
like no. The 9/11 was all
They're gonna suicide like kamikaze the memorial now.
like 9/11 was all Lebanese and Egyptian.
John's username
It was
on the chat.
Osama. That's why we did that, right?
John's
he was a
username.
Saudi. He was an exiled Saudi.
John's username on the Iranian chat room was like Aloha Snack Bar.
Aloha snack bar.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. Did Robbie ever show you that video of like the guy who was getting trolled about 9/11 while he's playing GTA, and they're talking about like religion mods for GTA, and one guy says, "Oh, I think there should be like for Christianity there should be a church." For Jewish people, there should be a temple, and for Muslims, there should be a plane that you can fly in the Twin Towers.
No, I haven't.
And then the guy was saying, like, guys, you guys are being so insensitive. 3,000 people didn't die during 9/11. 3 million people died during 9/11, and everybody is just going on about it. It's the funniest thing.
No, but also, one more thing that I remembered from the Iranian chat room was that when you got them to speak English, finally use like Google Translate or something to talk English, it would always be like, "Are you a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
I need American girlfriend."
And then I tried to fish out like.
Those are probably Americans trolling Iranians, but actually they're trolling Americans.
Like John was talking about he was talking about, you like typed in 9/11 and somebody was like, tit size? Question mark?
My measurement's 9/11/32.
And then he typed in
Brad's
36.
username had 9/11 in it. Yeah, so they were like 9/11 is like short for his name. Tit size.
I tried to like be a chick and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
trying to
chick, I'm looking
he was
for
trying to
some
catfish
fucking-
people.
Out
And
of, all
I
of
was
us,
catfish people.
out of all of us, given Brad's hair, he's probably the closest to a girl.
You don't know what Brad
consider-
looks like.
you got
so-
Also, if you consider like the
Just
concept
imagine the
Brad
most
just sits there.
stereotypical hairstyle.
So
for
the thing
pedophile.
I was
That's
thinking
Brad.
about is, we're in the
We're
talks
just
of like a
kidding.
nuclear deal with Iran. Like, what if one of these people on this thing was like the fucking president of Iran? Just like,
Yeah,
no, I don't
he just
go
gets
to
pissed
China.
off and
He's
he's
the first
the
one.
US.
Yeah, he was like,
That's
no,
what-
scary.
don't you want
Iranian
to John,
chat sites and-
Mr. Aloha Snack Bar told me he had giant tits and it turned out he was a boy.
Aloha snack bar.
I'm not trying to brag here, but I think I would make the prettiest girl.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Jake would be the prettiest girl.
I would be the prettiest girl.
Probably.
Jesse would come in a close second.
Jake would be the most loveliest bride.
I'd be the prettiest girl.
Jake'd be a weird girl though. Like, you'd be pretty, but then you talk to her and you'd be like, this is bad. This is not working out.
You'd be a feminist, ironically, but then you'd really commit to it.
If I talked to Jake and he was a girl, my penis would retract inside my
No.
body like a tape measure.
No one
snapping
is a
back.
girl.
No, because I'm a girl.
Because there's a vagina down there.
Hey, let me suck your dick
The
sometime.
pheromones would just overpower you, Grant, and you just get taken over by his feminine
Hey,
vagina
cutie.
sense.
Can I suck your
Oh,
dick?
God.
Oh.
Wait, did you say-
4chan trap threads.
Did you say, hey Syria, can I suck your dick?
Hey,
Like a
Syria,
country?
can I suck your dick?
I think you said Syria.
Can I guzzle Syria's cum?
Can I guzzle? What's the dictator? What's his name?
Dictator.
What is it?
He's a member of the
Al-Shabaab.
Ba'ath family.
No, it's Rassad something.
Durka.
Al something.
Al Durka.
Yeah, so bad.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Albert.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Slurpa.
So I watched
Durka
Interstellar.
Durka
last night.
Slurper.
Matt Damon was in it, and the second he came on screen, I was like,
Yeah,
Matt
Matt Damon was in Interstellar. I
Yeah.
had no
He
idea.
had kind of a small.
It's kind of a surprise cameo.
He was an
Yeah.
asshole.
It was pretty good. Like I think
at the point he came in, it was getting a little out there.
Yeah, like I think it was really cool, like especially the first half, how it was like actually a good hard sci-fi like movie, like because hard sci-fi
Yeah.
is really hard to do on screen. It's
It's
very
hard sci-fi.
it's sci-fi that's
Really
very
technical.
strict. It's very strictly based in real mathematic and physics principles. And
Oh,
does
that's
that,
nothing is ever based in the idea that you could travel via through a wormhole
Yeah.
and somehow survive is horseshit.
That's true.
There's
Stephen
no
Hawking
way.
said that could happen. I think
Stephen Hawking did it.
yeah, he did
You
it.
do realize
That's why
that-
he's paralyzed. He
that
got, he got
all
like
of-
space diseases.
You do realize that the
Paralyzed
idea,
is
oh,
fine.
they're consulting with physicists. Everything that these physicists are talking about
It's
are
theoretical.
theories.
Yeah. But
So-
it's
it's
still
still- that's still
technically-
based.
Technically,
But
it's-
everything
well,
starts out as theory.
technically, it is hard sci-fi because it's all like based in like physics, like theories and like mathematical principles and stuff like that. Like it's not like Star Trek where you just have like random alien races and stuff like that. Like that wouldn't be considered hard sci-fi.
Like, if
'cause
you-
they make up their own elements and like call them science.
Yeah, but hard
and- but-
sci-fi does not necessarily mean good sci-fi.
Yeah,
Star
no,
Trek
no,
is
I'm
good
not,
sci-fi.
I'm not saying that at all. Like hard sci-fi is really hard to do in a movie or TV show because
It's
hard
really hard to do,
sci-fi
period.
hard sci-fi is like
It's really
it's hard to
It's really
build-
hard,
It's
like
hard.
my rock hard 8-inch
Well, the thing is,
Python dick.
the thing
my
is, it's
pants.
hard to build an interesting world around like real physics and mathematical principles because you can't like build anything fantastic or like stuff like that.
I know,
But-
then it's
but
boring.
the- but Interstellar does it really well for the first half, and then it gets to a part where it just like obliterates.
It kinda
all
goes
hard
overboard.
Yeah, like all hard
That's
sci-fi.
true.
There's like
So it's not a hard sci-fi.
No, like the first half of it is. The second half of it just kind of like there's
Well, I
a
wouldn't-
part. There's one part. Like most of it is 90% of it is. There's one part where they kind of throw away all that, but they tie it together really nicely. I thought it was like very well done. Like I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was very good. Like I'm definitely not. It wasn't my favorite movie I've seen in a while, but it was very entertaining.
It
and
was a
very
solid
interesting.
movie.
It was very
It was a
solid.
solid movie.
I would
I've seen
definitely,
it yet.
I would definitely recommend seeing it. It's not going to be your favorite movie ever, but it's very interesting. Visually, it's incredible. The music is awesome in it.
I even know the last. I think the last new movie I watched was.
Kingsman.
No,
That was a good movie.
I watched Chappie.
Godzilla versus Death Toroya. That was the last new. Okay, not like new as in newly released, but like
Like new
a
metal.
movie I haven't
Haven't
seen
seen
before.
before, yeah.
Like yeah.
Oh.
But the last
Oh.
new movie I watched was Kingsman.
So you know that movie I was talking, or that book I was talking about, The Martian, where it's the guy who survives on Mars?
The Jam one, Space Jam.
No, not Space Jam.
I thought you were talking about Space Jam.
No, it was. I was telling you about this guy, the book, The Martian,
No,
where this guy
Space
gets
Jam,
stranded on
that's
Mars and
hardcore
survives for like a
sci-fi.
year or something on Mars
Yeah.
alone.
Isn't that the movie with Liv Schreiber in it?
No, it's a book. It's a book called The Martian, where he like he gets stranded on Mars and he survives.
Wait, are you talking about the Martian Chronicles?
No, that's Ray Bradbury. This is
Yeah.
a
Is that a story from that?
No,
Is this a
no,
bunch of stories
no,
from-
no. This is a new book, a newish book, like the last decade or so, about this guy who goes on a mission to explore Mars, like the first man mission to explore Mars. And while he's there, he gets like separated from his like crew, and the crew has to leave, or else they're all gonna die. Or else the ship is gonna be destroyed, and they're all gonna die. So they dump pretty much everything excess they can on the planet. With him and basically like tell him like we're gonna go get help and come back for you, and he survives for like almost a year. He survives for like a year or two on the surface of Mars alone, like by basically inventing all this equipment or like repurposing all this equipment to like collect
Rodney
water,
Cuba.
generate oxygen and stuff like that. But they're making that into a movie. Guess who's starring in it?
Who's the star?
Banana Man.
Matt Damon. Matt
They're making like a movie?
Damon. Yeah, they're making it a movie
What
right
is
now.
the
That sounds
best Matt
It
Damon?
sounds like it's gonna be one of
It's
those
called
movies.
Yeah, it's
Or
the
it's
same
just like
name.
one set.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same name and everything. It's called The Martian. It's coming out in like
reminds me of
2016
the
or
movie.
2017.
Have you ever seen Moon with Sam
Oh
Rockwell?
my God! Circle jerk much? What? Yeah.
M-O-O.
Matt Damon.
Grant, you have to go to your mom.
Grant, bring the popcorn up.
No.
Yeah.
Make some
Yeah.
popcorn.
It's going up there anyway. Okay, what was I saying?
Matt Damon.
Oh, the movie
Moon.
Moon with Sam Rockwell. It's kind of the same thing. I wouldn't actually. No, it's
Samurai
not,
Rock.
but, it's basically like it's kind of like one of those one set movies. It's basically this guy gets sent to the moon. You don't see him set. It starts out with him already on the moon base, but he's on a moon base, and basically what they're doing is they're harvesting helium-3 from the surface of the moon.
Oh.
Because it's created with like a reaction with like
Moon rocks?
the sunlight, and
Moon rocks?
Yeah, pretty much. And so he has to monitor these things called harvesters, and they're just these big machines that go around the moon and collect helium-3.
They collect moon rocks.
But
They collect the moons.
the movie's pretty good. It's pretty.
They collect moon farts.
It has some major problems with it.
I like Sam Rockwell a lot. He's a good actor. He does really
He's
well
good.
with like comedy and dramatic roles, I think.
Yeah, he does good with those roles that it's like the
Right,
character
he-
can be serious at times, but he's also kind of like a smart ass.
Like in the way back, like he was just like
I like
he
me.
was that was one of my favorite movies I've seen in a long time. Like he's like very sarcastic, very snarky, very like childish, but he's like very genuine, like kind way. Like he's not like an asshole about it. Like he's very like this kid
he's a
kid
good
is a
character
like
actor.
depressed introvert basically, and he takes him under his wing kind of, and he's just sarcastic like jackassing kind of, but he's not like. It's a very genuine, like very like not mean way about it. And when he has to be serious in that movie and like basically protect this
Wait,
kid
what
from
are you
his
talking
abusive
about?
I'm gonna try to
dad.
guess.
Wait,
No, we have to
Very
guess
good
what
way.
movie they're talking about. Just and what they're talking about.
It has Steve Carell who plays
Way back.
Yep, yeah, it's very good. We were talking about that. We're talking
Oh,
about
Sam
that-
Rockwell. He's the greatest actor of all time. He was in Moon.
He's not.
He's
the
a good
greatest
character.
actor. We're talking
No,
about how
I
he
just hate the fucking. Everyone circle jerks Moon. Everyone circle jerks Strive. Everyone circle jerks.
I'm not circle jerking.
We're
I'm
just
saying
talking about how he's
it's a
he's good
it's
in
another
both
solid
comedy.
space movie.
He's both in
but it
good.
has problems.
Yeah, he's good in both comedy and dramatic roles. Like I wouldn't say he's the greatest actor ever. He definitely like, he's
I
very.
know, I'm not
he's very,
saying either.
He's very
Fair.
solid. He's very solid in both dramatic and comedy roles. I think.
I've never seen Way
Well,
Back or
okay.
Moon.
Way Back
Every-
is excellent.
Every
I
Everything
actually
I've
didn't
seen
like
Sam Rockwell
Way
in.
Back that much.
Yeah.
really.
That's not the one.
I didn't really like it. I don't know.
It's
thought
definitely
it was a
like
good- it was a
slow
good
and
summer
very- It's
movie.
very character driven. Like
It's a good summer scene.
What Heather Dunbar in it? Isn't Heather Dunbar in it?
I
She's
just
in
didn't
House
really
of Cards.
like it.
I don't know who the actor's name is. I just know her actress name is. It's the chick who plays Heather Dunbar in House of Cards. Speaking of House of Cards, season 3. What a terrible season!
Haven't seen it. Don't.
Oh, I'm
spoil
sorry.
shit.
they renewed it for a fourth season.
Yeah, I know because the third season was so bad. You can condense it into two or three episodes. That's the gist of it. Honestly, it was not great.
Game of Thrones starts pretty soon.
I already know what's gonna happen, nerds.
I'm not gonna be able to see it until it comes out on DVD, which is gonna be
I
6
have
months
the-
later
I
because
have
my
the
parents
book
wanna watch it.
upstairs. You can just read it, and every page would spoil the show. Not really.
Until the
Okay.
show starts spoiling the books, and
Yeah.
then all the book fanboys get really
Which
mad.
is so weird. Like honestly, it's really weird. But I mean, I don't really care at this point. I mean, it was inevitable when the show started. It was inevitable that was going to happen. It's going to lap it.
Game
But
of
I like
Thrones
it.
is so
Dance of
good.
Dragons is good. Feast of Crows is like a weird kind of
Game of
book
Thrones is so good.
because everyone knows the worst Game of Thrones book is the second one because the second one is just boring as hell, and the third one is really really good, and the fourth one is a different kind of good where it's all these bad characters, and then the next one is really really good too. Dance of Dragons, the fifth one.
They're putting Babadook on Netflix like
Yeah,
2 days later.
What the
Yeah.
hell is the Babadook?
It's like probably the best horror movie
Oh,
of the last
my
decade
brother
or
watched
so.
that. He said it was really bad.
I
haven't
thought
seen
it was
it, but I
really
know.
good.
People online are saying it's like a really good indie horror movie.
It's
Yeah.
really
I haven't
it's
seen it.
interesting. It's very interesting and like it's got some really cool like themes to it.
Have you ever noticed how the
Symbolism.
terms indie and independent aren't really the same thing now? Because like independent is all artsy and shit, and indie is like all very lighthearted, like
Well,
movie Chef.
all independent and
Have you ever seen
indie
Chef? Really good movie.
Yeah.
and indie
Well-
indie and independent all should mean
The same thing, but they don't. When
And-
you say
but what they
indie
should
film
mean-
and when you say independent film, there's a really good.
but all they should mean is just it's made by it's not a big production.
It's not made.
It's made by like
Yeah, I know, but
one
the-
or a
but
small team.
there's a
Not necessarily even a small team, just a company that's not like a team
Not a
that's
major
not
production
affiliated with like a
company.
major media company.
there's a really good strong bad email where he talks about independent movies because someone asked him what's his favorite independent movie, and then he spends the entire time talking about the difference between an indie movie and an independent movie, and it really nails it down. Like for example, I think an independent movie would be like, oh god, The Crow. Like that's a big cult movie, but when it came out, it was indie. And that movie is dark, or like maybe Pi, except I think Pi was a little more major than The Crow was. But The Crow was very dark and very like artsy and stuff. And then an indie movie, I'd say, is like Chef, which is more upbeat and a little bit more stuff. Have you ever seen Chef?
Oh.
It's a good.
It's,
You've
have
talked
you seen
about
it? Yeah, Chef it's Jon Favreau writes it, directs it, produces it, stars in it. It's just Jon Favreau movie, and that's not
Such
Iron Man.
fat, bro.
I love. I don't know.
I don't like John Favreau.
He seems like a nice guy.
I don't like his stupid face.
Oh, like a stupid.
Oh, like your stupid face.
I love that scene in Iron Man 3 when he gets blown up.
Yeah, that's the best scene.
It's no, but like the whole movie is about him. Like he's like a chef, and it's really kind of him discovering why he likes to be a chef, and it's really him just the
Is
idea
it
where
because
he
he
likes.
likes to cook food.
No, it's not like just cooking food. It's more like how he just gets to do his own thing with food. Like he's a lot more.
Is it like Ratatouille?
No,
But
you know
it's
what
a
I
twist.
was-
It's a twist. He gets onto a rat's
You want
head
to know
and
something
controls the
freaking
rat.
crazy about Ratatouille? I found out that they had a bunch of people, writers from Pixar, travel to Paris to like research the film. One of the things they did for research is they snuck a cage full of live rats into a 5-star French restaurant and let them all loose to judge the reactions of the people when they saw rats running around.
I am calling bullshit. No way.
I couldn't.
I would do
I don't
that.
know. That's
That
one
sounds
thing I heard.
like you would get
They got
sued.
kicked,
to
they got kicked out really fast. Here,
You wanna get kicked out, you'd be sued.
Brad, look it up. See
It's
if
like
they
you learn a
actually
lot
did
from
that.
that.
This
It's
is a
probably
story I heard. It's probably not true, but it's just like apparently it's to gauge the reactions of like what the people in the restaurant would do, what the head chefs would do, like all these different things.
I don't know why you'd actually have to actually put.
Because Pixar's
Release
freaking
rats.
like they're like, oh,
Yeah, they like to do like field research for their movies.
like they like
For
to tie
Finding
balloons
Nemo.
to a house and fly them into the sun. I don't know.
For Finding Nemo, almost everyone involved in making Finding Nemo had to take diving lessons.
And they had to be they had to take a bunch on like fish biology
Yeah.
and stuff. They had to take classes on like fish biology so all the movements would be accurate.
I like Finding Nemo.
It is a good movie.
It's the first movie I saw in theaters.
Well, I heard something about like.
Didn't that come out when we were like in elementary, like 5th grade, 4th or 5th
I
grade?
don't think so.
I'm pretty sure
It
it
came out like
when we were in
2000.
elementary school. 2003.
2003.
I want to say 2003.
2003. So I was 7 when it came out then.
Yeah, I remember seeing it
Yeah.
in theaters.
That
think
definitely wasn't the
I
first
remember
movie.
being really
Were you
freaked out.
poor, Brad? Did you never
first-
seen a movie in the theater before you were
Not
7?
that I can remember.
The first movie I remember seeing
It was like the
was,
most memorable one. Like
I don't know.
was
the first memorable one.
I remember seeing Road to El Dorado in the theaters, and the scene at the end with the giant panther statue that comes alive freaked me the fuck
I had a
out.
toy of that.
That thing scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. That's the first one I remember.
Oh, that's an awful.
I remember
movie.
something to do with an electric razor. That's
You know
a
that
fun
girl
one.
plays Cindy Lou Who is now like in a new metal
Yeah.
rock band now. It's called Pretty Reckless. That's it. She's like the lead singer of that group
really?
now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She should do a song called Cindy Lou Who where it's literally
They do-
them like screaming
About
about
a new metal cover of
but oh man.
I'm not a walrus.
What were you saying? What are you talking about?
We're talking about Ratatouille.
Oh yeah, no, but like you're saying
Ratatouille.
Pixar movies. I heard this one thing about like when Monsters Inc. was getting made. I don't know what happened.
Created
There was like a
horrible.
reset. Yeah,
they created.
They hid in children's
dorm-
closets and jumped out to scare them and gauge their reactions.
They like they accidentally deleted every I think they were maybe like 3/4 the way through it, and they deleted everything. But there was a woman who had to I think she was an animator who was working on it at home or something. Maybe she's on maternity leave or something.
Yeah, she had.
And she had it all on her computer, and she
because she was planning on selling it to terrorists.
She was gonna sell it to ISIS, and they were gonna turn it into monsters. They were gonna turn it to propaganda, ISIS propaganda.
ISIS would have been.
ISIS would have discovered the
so much
secret
earlier
of door portals, and they built a portal facility in Iraq, and then they use it to attack America.
They send suicide bombers through portals into. They send suicide bombers.
They take the scene from Monsters Inc. where the monster is building up to come out of the closet.
Yeah,
and then
Allahu Akbar!
Wait.
So what is the 23? So they have that 2319 thing in Monsters Inc. What's that? What's the terrorist equivalent of a 2319?
9/11.
Or you get a infidel material. You get a Miley Cyrus CD somehow stuck onto you.
They have to burn you alive.
No, they behead you. It's ISIS.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, they do burn you alive. They burn alive that one guy in a cave.
Yeah, but they stick to the.
I saw that video.
But there was
they sprinkle in a little immolation.
I saw it on Ungang. It's pretty cool. No, I saw it on Live Leaks.
The ISIS videos? Okay.
I've only seen 2 videos on Live Leaks where somebody doesn't get either blown up or their head chopped off.
The ISIS videos are pretty cool. Okay, they're shot really professional.
I like the one.
Really
I actually like the animation they have, and they have that. I actually kind of find that Arabic singing, or that kind of
the ones in the
it's not
bar videos.
It's not necessarily it's not necessarily a muezzin chanting an adhan, which is what they do in the morning. But it's like this. It's almost like Muslims singing hip hop, but it's not like a beat. But it's definitely younger people singing it. And there's an animation of the whole of the ISIS territory, the caliphate, expanding out and covering the world. It's that's so cool. It's that would be terrible.
It's really cool. But it's
the animations are really cool. The people are really bad, but the animations are really cool.
ISIS is super bad. ISIS is terrible.
Yeah, ISIS.
But they have a really good sense of cinematography.
ISIS is a consulting director on the next Christopher Nolan movie.
Yes, yeah. It's like they somehow kidnap people from Hollywood production.
Somebody went to UC Berkeley for film school and then joined ISIS.
Maybe Jihadi John just tells him all the Western techniques because he's the British guy in it.
Somebody watched a bunch of Leonardo DiCaprio movies and was this is how you shoot movies in a really artistic style. And
they're the first terrorist group that actually puts effort into their propaganda with cinematography.
You admire them for that. It's really bad.
Well, I mean, it's just surprising because every other terrorist group
involves just a guy talking to a camera.
So it's all them playing on jungle gym equipment, doing monkey bars and going down slides and stuff, and being this is our training facility, and it's a playground behind an elementary school.
Yeah, I know.
Where they're all doing monkey bars. They do 5 and then they drop down and yeah, that was super metal, you guys.
ISIS has got their stuff down though.
Have you seen the ISIS video where it looks like it's like a little?
No, I haven't. I'm just gonna go.
It's a little. It's not a little kid, but it's a kid executing a guy by shooting him in the forehead. But the kid looks just like Arya Stark.
What? Why would you watch that?
Why not? It already happened. It's not like me watching it makes it happen. It already happened.
It was on Live Leaks. Why not?
Yeah. It actually was on Live Leaks.
I've ran. Have you ever been to that site, Run the Gauntlet, where you just watch a progression of really fucked up videos?
No.
It's just it's 20 videos, and they're all they get progressively worse.
Is it Pain Olympic stuff?
Kinda, yeah. I think one of the videos is Pain Olympic stuff. Except, pretty sure Pain Olympics is fake, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
probably.
I mean, it gets progressive. I think number 5 on the list is 3 guys, 1 screwdriver. So, have you ever seen that?
Is that the one where they
it's a snuff film. They are killing a dude.
Is that the one where they got a guy with a bag on his head and then they? Oh no!
And they're stabbing.
No! 3 guys, 1 screwdriver is. They find a dead body and they.
No,
stab
it's
it.
not. It's a bunch of like Serbian kids killing an old dude, and they like wreck his face, and the guy's like gurgling blood because he's in pain.
Oh, you
It's horrible.
Wait, I think you're talking about Three Guys One Hammer.
Is it? I thought it
Because
was 3 guys.
there's one where they got a guy with a plastic bag on his head and they smashed his head with a hammer.
Oh, that might have been the Dead Body one because I remember there's one where
Yeah,
they're like stabbing him with a screwdriver. So I thought it was called. That might be 3 guys, 1 hammer.
The one where they find a dead body is it's 2 guys, 1 screwdriver. Because I remember it was just 2 guys.
No, because in the 3 guys, 1 hammer one, they are stabbing him with a screwdriver.
Yeah, they do have a screwdriver too. But
So yeah, you can see how I'd be confused.
Yeah.
You see, you understand.
You can see how you could confuse the 2 snuff films with each other, but
Well, one of them's not a snuff film; it's
One
a
of them
dead
just, like,
body.
well, they could have killed the
They
person. but I don't
might
know.
as well been dead bodies. That's horrible.
how do we get from Pixar to like snuff films?
Because they're the same thing.
No, well.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
Monsters Inc. and ISIS. I remember.
I wonder if Pixar got the idea for teleporting doors in that one Star Trek: The Next Generation episode, Iconians.
I
I
would-
have no idea what I'm talking about.
How do they not exploit the shit out of that technology? Like, you could get like in
What,
military-
Star Trek?
No, like in Monsters Inc.
Oh, I think you're talking about Star Trek.
You could like turn that entire like basically universe into like a military police state if you could just bust into anybody's.
But
building
if
at
they
any time.
screw it up, they have no more. Because if humans figure that shit out, they will stop using closet doors. Kids will they'll just have a system where no house is built with closet doors. They'll just throw their clothes on the floor. So they have to keep it as covert as possible.
But what if they implant themselves into like American society as like they start a military coup with like monsters? Because obviously,
How could you do that? The monsters can't even disguise humans.
No, they don't even have to. They just have to bust in. They just have to bust in and be like, "Hey, look at me! I have spikes. You don't.
Yeah, but
I
what's
can
the point?
kill you, and I'm gonna take over your country."
Well, don't the freaking like guys use like an energy bomb in the movie? Like, there's a scene in the movie where like they all go to who's like Mike's apartment or something.
Yeah.
And they like look out the window and they're seeing all these like police choppers, and then there's like a big giant like energy dome that gets formed. It's like a
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a
Contamination dome.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it looks like a nuke, and it's like, what if they use that? Would it like decontaminate humans, as in kill them?
The thing that I don't understand about Monsters Inc. is how they got to the point of using children's screams as fuel.
How did they get? If they didn't have
Because
any,
it's just a child.
if they didn't have any fuel, so let's say beginning of Monster Society, it's like caveman era.
I thought they said they,
caveman
like-
era. Well, they don't have any fuel. How the hell do they create a like portal, like a dimension hopping
So
portal,
maybe because
without
it's like-
any electricity or any fuel of any kind? They create a dimension hopping portal to get fuel.
Hey, maybe because it's a kids movie, it's not actually real.
Pixar, get your
is what
shit
I'm
together.
This is what I'm thinking. Okay.
I actually saw this special features thing where it was like the origins of like the monster world,
Oh, really?
and it had something to do with like cavemen and something like caves, and it was like they were like production stills, or not production stills. That wouldn't make any sense. Like what do you call those?
Slide reel things, or like
No, like
Old film
do you remember that scene in Argo where he's showing him
Film
the
frames?
yeah, but it's like they're all drawings.
storyboards.
Yeah, storyboards. It was like storyboards, and they were gonna like originally have like an origin thing for the monster universe, and then they just.
But then they realized it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because honestly, it's better to have a story in which you build the universe kind of for yourself. I think.
Yeah, but okay. So this is what I think the Monsters Inc. timeline goes like. So.
Oh,
It's
you're gonna
like
get into the
caveman
giant
times.
Pixar theory that is broken as balls.
No, I'm not gonna do
revolves
that.
around
I'm not
Boo
gonna do
being
that.
it revolves around Boo from Monsters Inc. being a magical wizard.
Or is it the
I'm
one
not-
where every
I'm not-
Pixar
no.
movie takes place in the same universe?
That's
and
what I'm
leads up
talking
to the
about.
robot apocalypse. I don't think the one about Boo being a wizard.
No,
is-
because it revolves around the one like witch in the Brave movie is people
Oh,
think
yeah.
she's Boo, and that Brave is actually like
Yeah.
in the future, but it's like we've like reset, kind of
That's
like
true.
apparently like after WALL-E, which doesn't make sense because they have space age tech in WALL-E.
No, like what I know of that theory is basically that Toy Story basically shows that inanimate objects are like sentient and can think and have like complex thoughts and emotions
Just
and
like
stuff,
in real life.
but are still like slaves to humans, pretty much. And then next it's like what is it? It's first in the timeline is Up, because Up shows that they've created a device that allows animals to speak and that animals can display complex thoughts and emotions just like humans can, but they just don't have the ability to express it to us. but with this device they can, because all the device does is turn dogs' thoughts into like speak basically. And when they do speak, they have like they're basically human like their emotions and their way of thinking and stuff. Toy Story shows that inanimate objects, somehow this technology either became like started doing the same thing to inanimate objects, either like contaminated. There's some sort of gap there, but somehow inanimate objects have somehow like crossed over and are now able to like display complex thoughts and emotions, probably through this technology, but are like slaves to humans. Cars is like the aftermath. Like they've got like inanimate objects have risen up and they've gotten rid of humans pretty much. Like humans are gone, but they don't explain. There are definitely remnants of human society in Cars. But in like the movie Cars, but they've just morphed it.
The fact that all the cars have doors when they don't need to have.
They've
doors.
morphed it into like Cars society basically. Yeah. But as we've seen in Toy Stories, the toys may be slaves, but they love being around humans. They love being played with. All they want to do is be around humans and be played with and be loved. Yes.
Do you think
like basically the entire plot of Toy Story 1 Toy Story 1 is Buzz and Woody fighting over the affection of Andy. Like they want the affection. They want to be the center of the attention. Yeah,
have you ever seen
all of these things? But then
that 3D porn parody of Toy Story where it's like sex toys?
But
no, John, shut up.
What is this?
So basically, these sentient
It's sentient.
Whatever.
Sentient.
These inanimate objects and animals and stuff realize that like they can think, they can speak, they can have complex relationships and stuff, but humans still like rule the world pretty much. Oh, Ratatouille is another one how it shows that animals can be.
Does anybody want popcorn?
Animals somehow learn how to.
There's chips over there.
Animals somehow learn to, or are like somehow through some sort of natural selection or evolution process, like inherit the traits of that technology that is invented up and are able to like speak and like communicate with humans. And so, but basically in Cars, all the humans are gone, but the objects didn't hate humans. So what they did is they sent them into space with a ship full of robots, run by robots, piloted by robots. They're catered on by robots. They're around robots 24 hours a day, because they know that human society as it is that they live with in like Toy Story and Up and stuff will never accept like inanimate objects and animals as equal parts of their society. So what they do is they round up all the humans and send them into space for dozens of generations, 10 generations or so. And these later generations have to grow up with like robots being equal to them and like being part of their life and society and stuff. And then, but they don't hate the humans. They just want them to learn to accept them and stuff. And they come back. But the thing is, Cars took over the world after humans. But cars run on gasoline, which pollutes the environment, which causes Wall-E Earth, which is why Wall-E Earth is all fucked up and destroyed. Because they polluted the shit out of the planet. Cars did. They polluted the shit out of the planet. Everything died pretty much. And then, but the humans came back, pretty much learned to be equal with robots and inanimate objects and animals. Learning that like just because you're not human doesn't mean you're not. You can't think. You can't be part of society pretty much. So they come back and they're going to build a utopian society where humans, robots, objects, animals can all live together. Problem is, all the animals are fucking dead because of except for the cockroaches because of cars and because cars fucked everything up. There was no more gas. Gas crisis from cars. Cars ran out of gas. All the cars died. Yeah. So yeah, Brave is just in there. It just takes place in way early times. Doesn't have any connection with this. Monsters Inc. is just in a parallel universe, pretty much.
But the thing with this is Pixar. They weren't like, oh, let's create this whole universe. They were like, hey, let's put hints into our movies about our other movies. Yeah, because people think that's kind of cool. And then people are like, holy shit, they're all in the same universe. And they try their fucking hardest to connect them all.
I'm not saying this is true at all. I just think it's intriguing how it all fits together. Turn your fucking phone off!
No, but the thing is you can just fit together movies entirely different movies together. If you try hard enough, you can fit any movie.
Answer your
in
goddamn phone, Brad!
It's on my phone!
Then push silent or something, I don't know. But
That phone over
This
there?
is the
whatever.
problem that I have with like game theory and stuff like that. Is it's just like
well, it's just a theory.
I know,
A game
it's
theory.
supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be like fun and all cool and all this shit. But it's just it annoys me because people are just like correlating all these things that weren't meant to be put together.
You would definitely love the show on the Game Theory channel called Crossover. It's an older show where they basically tie together all these universes into one giant cohesive.
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, but I think part of it is like a lot of like I realize that this Pixar theory.
It's
That
totally
probably
BS.
is BS. It's BS, but it's fun to find these connections and stuff. Like I think people think
It's kinda like making
fun.
up your own story.
Yeah, it's fun to like create this like universe and connections and stuff, and like connect all these things. That obviously don't connect. Yeah, it was over there or something. It ruined the podcast. You destroyed everything. Basically.
Jesse, you've been talking about that stupid theory for a million
So-
years.
We're talking about we've segued into how fan theories and stuff. We all know they're bullshit. Like we know this Pixar theory.
Why are you why?
So it's kinda
Because it's fun, Greg. Stop taking everything so
On very
seriously.
few cases, it's been true. It's been
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
but-
okay,
Yeah.
so this Pixar theory, we all know it's bullshit. Pixar did not plan any of this. They just put Easter eggs in all their movies. But it's fun to connect all of them in a fun way like that.
kind of like when you were a little kid. And you were like, hey,
Yeah.
let's make fucking
Yeah, I'm gonna make He-Man and Spider-Man best
He-Man
friends.
and Batman just fuck each other.
And Skeletor's gonna go beat up G.I. Joe, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's gonna be great.
He's gonna destroy all these army men.
Yeah, but so, yeah. Anyways, Pixar, really cool. Definitely not one giant universe, but you know, it's cool to imagine that it is. It's fun. It's fun to imagine that it is and find all the connections in that aren't really there, but are there. Anyways, it's just a theory, a game theory. Shut up. All right,
We're at the hour
Matt
30
Pat.
mark.
that's cool.
Matt Pat, you ruined everything.
There's a new game theory about how
The average sleeping
I
cast is an hour and
actually
45,
watched-
so we got to
I-
look past them.
I actually watch game theory videos. I've been watching like all of them.
I like that out.
Like I enjoy. It's entertaining, but like I don't know. I think Matt Pat agrees. Like this stuff is total bullshit.
Yeah.
And, like, he knows.
it's just a theory, a game
That's why
theory.
it's really annoying when he says that, but like that's why he says that. It's because he's like, this is pretty much probably bullshit.
They did
The
a
thing
new.
about
They
the
did,
theory is I think he ran out of ideas a little bit ago.
well, they did a new thing that's actually kind of cool. It's basically where he goes out and like physically tests this thing. It's like.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where he went to a like ballistics training course, like a SWAT team training course to test like the elements of Rainbow Six Siege, basically to see if they're realistic and if gamers can like, based on their experience in first-person shooters, can like survive an actual military like exercise, pretty much, and how like it basically like pointed out the differences between like real military and like situations and like how like video games portray them and stuff.
I kind of feel like he's getting paid to like promote games.
Well,
now.
definitely. He definitely.
He did that tank one too.
Yeah, World of Tanks. Well, he got invited by that company to like.
I don't think it was World of Tanks. I think it was something else.
No, it was World of Tanks. It was World of Tanks.
I don't know.
But he got invited by that company to do a theory on them, basically like comparing them with whatever. He still makes good quality stuff. Like I think like he might sometimes his ideas kind of fall flat. They get like his show gets a little slow for stretches, but there's some like really quality episodes that he puts out even like later now. Like they're definitely like intriguing, I think.
Yeah.
Got that thing, come on, cheese.
He's good at keeping your attention.
Yeah, definitely. He's good at like building suspense too. Like this is like he's good at like introducing a topic and you'd be like, all right, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I can see how you can see that. Like the newest one is about Borderlands and it's talking about how Handsome Jack.
Well, that one, I can see how.
Yeah, I
that's
can
totally
definitely
play him.
Definitely. Like
What's it about?
how handsome. It's basically the new one's about Borderlands and how Handsome
Like-
Jack isn't just a psychopath like murdering, rampaging.
He's actually like a good dude.
He's like a guy who had really good intentions, but fell into a bunch of bad situations.
Okay.
Was betrayed by people constantly that just wrecked his.
And
psyche.
he played the pre-sequel?
Yeah.
Okay, that fucking shows it for sure. Like
Yeah.
the pre-sequel
He was
especially.
betrayed by everyone in that game.
I know.
And
I actually thought he was a really good guy.
He was a good guy. He was a hero in that one. And like,
guys still talking about stupid theory shit?
we're talking about Borderlands at this point. We're talking about Borderlands right now.
Let's connect
Let's
Borderlands.
clarify. Are you talking about Borderlands or Borderlands theory?
Borderlands theory.
Borderlands theories that are incredible, that are actually supported. Basically, that Handsome Jack isn't 100%
Which
evil.
one's mine?
Let's connect Himotatsu.
Basically,
Big
what it is Handsome Jack
Kano Sami
in Borderlands 2,
hentai universe.
murdering psychopathic, crazy person, bad intentions, just killing people for crazy freaking shit.
Yeah.
But Borderlands,
When you bring it down here, you didn't even open it.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel, shows that he actually had
I didn't
really
want
good
to crunch up
intentions
the
with everything he wanted to do,
cash.
but he was constantly betrayed by people. Like, ran into a bunch of horrible situations, and basically like lost trust in everybody and everything, and just like wrecked his psyche. So basically, he's not 100% evil. Like, there's a ton of stuff that he does that's awful evil stuff, but a lot of it is he had really good intentions, but they worked out really terribly, and he's like very like broken person.
But how is that a theory? That's the game saying that.
This podcast sponsored by Game Theory.
Basically, it's like it's just connecting all these things. Like,
But that's not a theory. The game is saying that it's canon. That's not
it is canon. Just because
canon.
it's not directly like stated in there that he's. One thing is that he displays. He's basically diagnosable of borderline personality disorder.
That's really confusing. Given the game is called Borderlands.
Because you have to display like 5 of the 9 signs of borderline personality disorder.
So you can't say borderline personality disorder without saying Borderlands.
And he displays like 7, so he's diagnosable with that, and like he's obviously does all these terrible things, but he definitely has good intentions for everything that he's doing, as shown in like the pre-sequel and stuff.
Take my life out. Holy fuck.
Sorry.
Holy fuck! Oh fuck!
Shit. Stop.
Drying a
Get
turkey,
up.
and that's not.
Jake, stop climbing on the edge of the couch.
Jake, you're not a cat.
Back here now.
Back in your
God.
Get in your kennel, Jake.
Jesus H. Christ.
Wake up.
I was so close
Come
to
here,
spilling
kitty.
this
Come
all
here.
over myself.
It's okay. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Sure. No, I think it's funny that you guys care this much about this theory stuff.
Jake,
Do you think
Because,
you'd be...
I mean, okay, here's
Good
the
boy.
point. Here's the point, okay? The thing about theories is that, about theories about fiction movies. Fiction movies are supposed to be fiction.
Jesse?
There is,
You've been a good boy.
Interstellar. We were talking about Interstellar, and Interstellar is a fiction movie,
You
right?
don't necessarily have to follow real
But the
rules.
whole, that's the point.
Right.
But the thing is that when people take fictional things that know that they're fictional, that's awesome, and they try to make sense of it. They try to say, and stuff. That is so.
It's trying to make it
dumb.
relatable.
That's
you can definitely like if it's more.
But the point of fiction is that you really. Unless it's like a symbol thing, you really should relate to fiction because guess what? It's fiction. Like,
the thing is, you were down when we were talking about.
It's not
Jake and I were talking about. We all
based
know
off real world.
that the Pixar like robot apocalypse theory is bullshit. Like it's definitely not true. But the thing is,
It's interesting to
fun.
think about it.
It's fun to connect these elements that we know to find these like elements that connect this giant cohesive story. It's basically like just playing pretend. Like it's not.
But it's fun.
It's not taking it seriously at all.
Like,
I think you're taking this way too seriously. Like I know.
How
that
am I
this-
taking it seriously? I'm
well, no,
saying
no,
it's
the thing
dumb.
is-
I think you're getting too worked up over
I
it.
think the thing is I
want
want
screaming about
Right,
it.
the thing is, I 100% know that the Pixar robot apocalypse theory is bullshit. It's something that people make up on the internet. I just think it's very fun and clever, like the connections they've made, and like the whole idea of it is very interesting and clever and funny. But it's not canon. It's not. There's so many assumptions.
Okay, guys.
There's so many assumptions with it that it's obviously.
I'm
not
just saying-
canon.
I was disagreeing with
Shut
you.
the fuck
You're
up,
going
guys.
Way too far.
Shut the
Like,
fuck up.
What?
Soft pretzels or hard crunchy pretzels?
Soft
pretzels.
Depends on the situation. If I have nacho cheese, soft pretzels. If I don't, hard pretzels.
Sorry.
I like the.
I'm soft pretzel all the way.
Soft pretzels, but for convenience sake, I'm gonna
What?
use soft pretzels.
I don't. Not
no,
too.
soft.
I'm a weird person. You can call me weird. Some of you guys will agree with this. I know some people will agree with me, but if I'm having a soft pretzel, I'm not eating nacho cheese with it. I'm eating mustard.
Oh, with hard pretzels?
With soft pretzels.
Oh yeah, soft pretzels.
Okay,
I go
so-
mustard. Hard pretzels. There's a mustard that you can get at Kamarchek. It's really good.
Oh man!
If I had a choice,
if
I had a choice between the best hard pretzels and the best soft pretzels, I'd probably choose the soft pretzels.
Yeah. I think soft pretzels are like more fulfilling.
That fresh is not for you.
Like soft pretzels are like.
I didn't open mine yet.
In my mind, soft pretzels
You
are
can
more
drink
like
it. Just drink
burgers.
I won't take any more. I'm sorry.
Where
I'll just put
the
my
hard
back-
pretzels
Brad, you can drink it. I don't care.
are
Just
more
drink
like chips.
Sorry.
Just drink it. I don't care. Just
Like-
drink it.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
fine, I'll drink it.
It's
Brad,
this
we'll
is
drink it.
satisfaction.
Guys, did you see that picture of that Mountain Dew thing I picked up at Quick Stop the other day?
I saw that at I saw that
Yeah,
at Quick
Dew
Stop.
Shine. I saw that. I. It's not bad. It's actually
now
pretty
come
good.
full
Is that a new thing?
It's a new. It's a new thing. It's like
Mountain
it's
Dew in a
basically
bottle.
it's
Yeah.
basically like
What a technique.
like citrus flavored like water.
Moonshine?
It's not very
Like Mountain
carbonated.
Dew.
No, it's not. It's not very carbonated. It's like there's almost no carbonation to it. It's mostly just like citrus water. But it's very sweet. Like
It's sweet,
super,
dude.
Super
It's totally radical.
I just like how
It's
it's
very
got
like
full
a sweet
circle.
It's tight.
It's like
It's very, very sweet. When I saw it, I thought it was alcohol, but it says on the front like non-alcoholic. I thought it was like moonshine.
They should
with, like,
take
Well, because
Mountain
it's
Dew.
gone full circle. Because Mountain Dew is a reference to moonshiners who would make moonshine in the mountains, and would
Yeah.
like, I don't know why,
I know,
and they
the
just called it
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. You know, that was the slang. So then they made that into a drink, and now Mountain Dew is now called itself Dew Shine, a reference to moonshine. So it's just full. It's going more with the
They
reference.
should just make moonshine.
But it's getting further
Might as
away
well
from
just make
moonshine.
moonshine.
Yeah.
It's like
Dude.
gasoline flavored and like.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like-
I'd drink that.
Just
Gasoline,
like
gasoline has that
gasoline.
like very unattractive smell to it, but then almost kind of like
But then when you
I
taste
want
it,
to
it's
know
like,
where
oh.
this is coming
I
from.
love the smell of gasoline.
I love the smell of napalm.
I love
Napalm
huffing
napalm
gasoline.
one?
I
So
love-
you are
you
the-
take gasoline and then you just put it in a paper bag and you huff it. It's
So you're just channeling your inner Colonel Kilgore, or not?
Yeah.
You know Johnny Napalm from like Target 3?
No, I was.
Yeah,
I know
guy.
the
And in his bio, he says like, "I love the smell of napalm."
Well, do you not understand what that's a reference to? It's all Apocalypse Now because Colonel Kilgore says that, and he says that's where it comes. And he says, "Oh, I love the smell of napalm in the morning." And he's Robert Duvall.
I was
He's
gonna-
like crazy war obsessed.
I was gonna watch that movie because of the title. I thought it was gonna be about the apocalypse, but it was just about Vietnam, and that's stupid.
No, it's
Vietnam
deep
is
symbolism, all about Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness and everything.
Hard.
Don't you know? Did you know that movie was
Hard
like a
war
like
symbolism.
there's a documentary, I don't know what it was called, about how like that movie was like a production nightmare, which it was.
Yeah.
Like Marlon Brando, who's what's his name? Colonel Kurtz? General Kurtz? Was like way overweight when he like was flown in, and everyone was getting sick. It was like they filming and
Wasn't there like
singing out loud.
mudslides and stuff too that they had to like?
What?
I heard there was like it rained almost constantly, so they had to
Yeah, I
deal with
think
like mudslides and stuff too.
It was bad. It was just bad. I forget who made
Kind of
that movie.
like the set of Star Trek Next Generation where everybody smelled like shit.
No, that's
All their
not true. It was their spandex suits that smelled bad, but
Yeah.
it wasn't necessarily sweaty.
Because all the electrical equipment on the set and the lights and stuff.
No, I looked that up. That's not true. It was the spandex.
Yeah, no, it was the spandex, but these people, they had to wear the spandex suits and stuff, but then they would sweat in them like crazy, because on the set, with all this like electrical equipment around them to make it look like a spaceship, and the really bright lights to make it look very bright and futuristic and stuff, it got really freaking hot.
Really?
on
It
that
doesn't.
set.
It doesn't look bright at all when you watch it. It's
I
pretty
don't know.
dim.
It was very.
No,
like,
I looked
got
it up.
really
It said that mostly the thing that actors complain about was just the smell of the spandex. Nothing to do with heat on the set.
I heard
smells
it was that they would sweat in these spandex suit, and then combined with the smell of the spandex and the sweat, it would just smell really bad.
I wouldn't notice. No, I think the funniest thing about the production of Next Generation is that LeVar Burton always said that he hated wearing the visor that Geordie LaForge wears because it's like it would press on his temples and it would like give him huge headaches, and it would also like it would actually blind him. So it's funny how
It's the opposite of what his character
Geordie
is.
LaForge wears the visor because he's blind, so he can see, and then LeVar Burton, who can see, wears the visor and he becomes blind. Like it's just so weird.
LeVar Burton's awesome.
Yeah, he's in everything.
LeVar Burton is awesome.
Except he talks too much about.
He was in
America.
Burton.
I was nowhere LeVar Burton.
Have you seen?
No, but like
Oh, he shows up on.
he was in
Community.
Reading Rainbow. I loved Reading Rainbow.
Never-
About DMX Reading Rainbow.
Never
Reading
seen
Rainbow was
Reading
like-
Rainbow in my life.
Reading, yeah, reading
Take a
Rainbow.
look. It's in the book. Great. It's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, I've
and he
never
was in
seen Reading
Roots.
Rainbow in my life, and every time I see, and every time someone mentions,
He was young Kunta Kinte in The Roots.
Not The Roots, it's Roots.
In
Roots is a band. Roots is a miniseries.
And
I don't think the Roots would
he's
get-
featured
I
in
don't
a
think the
song
Roots
by
would
The
appreciate
Roots.
If you compared them to Roots.
actually I think they would because it's like a.
Because they're all black.
I like the no. Every time someone mentions Reading Rainbow, because I've never seen Reading Rainbow, I always think of Dragon Tales for some reason, and I barely even remember Dragon
Was
Tales.
Dragon
I just
Tales-
remember they keep the egg in like some bottom cupboard of the house.
They keep
I
the,
wish with all my heart.
Yeah,
was
Dragon
dragons
Stone.
and
It looks like an
dragons.
egg as far as
They
I
keep
remember.
the psychedelic stone when they touch it, they start hallucinating.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's made of like
It glows
rye
and
bread.
pulses. It glows
So
and
they get
pulses.
ergotism. You ever heard that? How like people think the Salem witch trials was not because of like demons. It was because it was like
No, I'm pretty
The
sure
chicks-
it's demons.
the,
Demons are real.
the chicks like
found
back then they like were
More
making
fruits.
like as we compare to now pure organic, yeah, and it was like
That
rye
sounds
bread,
strange.
and it would give them ergotism, which is what they make LSD out of.
Because it was like it was
So they
kind
would
of like
trip out.
wasn't it like
What
a fungus or some shit?
It's basically and it's like
it's
mold.
like how John went on LSD and got really mad about trees being next to buildings.
I am not going to corroborate that story.
And then no, and the thing is that
Goddamn.
and then people think like one person was exposed to ergotism or they had ergotism, and then everybody else did what they were doing because of conversion disorder or mass hysteria.
Did you see that?
Well, that was
last
the-
year? Like when we did like the Salem witch thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah, that movie was so weird.
Yeah.
Did you know that? What's the guy's name? Daniel Day-Lewis. He built the log cabin and lived in it, and he smelled like shit.
He is like the most insane method actor.
I know.
Was it last
I
year or
forgot
this-
that
no,
method acting, not doing any acting at all, is truly acting. The best kind of acting is not acting.
I'm not an actor, so
I'm just saying, like method acting. Yeah, you're getting
You're
into your
masking
character,
the realism.
but you're not getting.
Real quick.
It's not like they like shot behind the scenes footage of Daniel Day-Lewis building a log cabin and put it into the movie.
Uncle
He just
Tom's
did it
Cabin.
for shits.
Okay, what were any of
Crazy.
you in middle
Yeah,
school?
because he's crazy.
We're in middle school. One
you
of you
built a
guys
log
had to
cabin
be
and
in
lived
this.
in it.
No, one of you guys had to be in this. But it was like this group. It was this group of kids that got like
Expelled.
got good scores on like their reading tests. And I was in that group for some fucking reason. They made us read Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh yeah.
Were you in there?
I was
No. They
I was
know.
in the math version of that class. I was sucked at reading.
Because I was in the reading version.
Oh, in elementary school or middle school?
Middle.
Okay, so
Oh.
middle school, I thought people were
Were you
reading
in there?
Gone
No,
with the
I was in the
Wind.
math one.
I was in the reading one.
No, I remember there being a reading one, but I was in the math one.
I was in the math one too.
I wasn't in the
We
math
watched
one.
the Phantom Toll.
I was in the
class.
reading
Yeah.
one, and they would like pull us out of like English class. But everyone in my class that went to there, which was like 2 other people.
Yeah.
Like one of them is Chris.
Pretty sure I was
Chris Harlan.
I was in the
Chris
advanced
Harlow.
math.
Yeah.
So,
So like,
I just remember.
but we were like, fuck this. We're not gonna like miss out assignments just to do this and read Uncle Tom's Cabin. So we didn't go to it.
I just missed. I remember. Well, I don't remember. I think I remember kids reading Uncle Tom's Cabin. But I also remember them reading like Gone with the Wind. And I remember them seeing these like gigantic books. I'm like, do you actually enjoy reading that? It's like, no, they don't.
They don't.
They just
We
do
didn't-
it.
we didn't
They just do it because it makes them look smirked.
when you guys read books, do you zone out?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Depends on the book.
Now when I'm
Really
reading,
good.
I
actually
just-
reading Game of Thrones, I get really distracted.
When I was reading Wool,
I read that
get
book in,
super
like,
fucking sold
like a
out.
day and a
Like,
half.
Wool,
Like Game of
that sci-fi.
Thrones.
It's a sci-fi book this sci-fi series that I've been reading recently, and it's really, really good. When I was reading Wool,
Come
I
here,
zoned
my
out
sweet.
super hardcore.
Come here.
I read like a third of the book in one sitting one time. I was like, I was reading
Growing
it
very
in
big, my
actually.
boy.
I'm a big boy.
It's a really long book. I read a
What'd you
third
like
of the
for
book in like
Christmas,
one
little boy?
sitting. I like zoned out,
Butt plug.
and then I looked up at the
Got
clock.
shit.
Next time,
Oh
3
yes, you
hours
and
had gone
Santa
by.
share a common
It was like
birthday.
Yeah.
1:30 at night.
Me and Santa be plugging our butts.
I've never like zoned out reading a book. 'cause
I zone out almost
That's like
all
the
time,
only.
like,
That's like the
I have
only
to
time I
recognize that
can
I'm zoning out and then zone back into the book.
Just sad.
That's like.
Oh, I thought you said zone out all the time by reading or zone out all the time in real life because like that's really weird.
It's just because John does a bunch of LSD before.
I
he
zone
does it.
out in real life a lot.
I have to take acid or else I can't read anything.
I don't know how to read, but when I take acid, for some reason,
Imagine if there was like a
I'm illiterate.
Imagine if there's a
But I'm
condition in which
literate
you're like
with acid.
always tripping, you have a genuine perception problem. So when you take LSD,
It's
and
normal?
like it's normal.
And then you.
you get like prescription. You get like prescription LSD.
Why are there all these straight buildings? Like,
What's going on? Why isn't the ground breathing?
isn't there a thing with LSD like you're supposed to put like ice on yourself? Because like ice feels insanely weird while you're high.
I haven't tried that.
I just remember that there's like a Workaholics episode where they like take LSD and they go to a hotel room and they steal they fucking rip the ice machine out of the walls and they plug it into their room, which makes no sense. And then they have they have kiddie pools full of ice in their room and they say ice is the currency of the future.
So they stole the ice machine. Was it because they were under the influence, or was it because
They stole
that's
it
what
before they
would
took
have
the
done?
acid.
Okay.
Or
And they try to shoot a safe open by shooting fireworks at
Because
it.
when people are on acid, like it's always shown in, well, not always, but it's shown in movies and general like assumption that like you turn into a crazy person and you like try to hurt yourself and other people, or like you do things you wouldn't do. But it's not like that. It's like it just
Everything's
changes
just
how you
weird.
see things.
Which could
I
make
feel
you a
that.
crazy person.
But it doesn't.
But if
I
you
don't
have
see
a
anyone
strong
being
like how
mind-
from my
John
experience,
gets
I
irrational-
don't see anyone being violent.
Like how John gets irrationally mad at foliage being close to buildings.
I got annoyed.
I thought you were
Oh, John, you're now
now
backing up your story.
I thought you were
see.
going to corroborate
What's
the
it?
story,
Wait,
John.
what's the story?
No, this is just
What's the
this is me
story?
sober. I do
What's
what's
the
the
story?
story?
John took acid.
God damn it.
Talking about how John took crocodile when he was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And John has a giant portion of his thigh muscle
Yeah,
ripped out.
that I did do.
Imagine if that was like in the show House like has like a huge portion of his thigh muscle. That's why he's using the cane and why he's in pain. Is because his thigh muscles removed.
He took crocodile.
Because he has an infarction. Like no, it wasn't because of the infarction. It was because he took crocodile. Like
So John, I heard that you get really pissed off when trees are too close to buildings.
Remember that Always Sunny
Yes.
episode where they take
There's definite areas where buildings should be here and trees should be here. Don't put them next to each other.
There was that Always Sunny episode where Frank takes a bunch of acid
And Charlie, yeah.
and then
Yeah,
they,
he gets
yeah,
trapped
and then
in the-
he gets trapped in the Winnebago bathroom and starts hallucinating. There's like faces in the toilets and stuff. But then it shows that he's actually just standing in a trash can, spinning around in circles and moaning, and he's tripping out that he's stuck in a Winnebago and he's like shitting himself and stuff.
the best Frank moment is just
When he climbs out of the couch.
No, in the entire series, it's just the episode. The gang gives Frank an intervention because he's the first part. He's drinking wine out of a can. Frank, you're wearing a shirt that's inside out and covered in grease. I'm trying to. He's like, what is he? No. He says Frank keeps coming home all hours of the night. Sometimes he has no clothes on. I'm wearing clothes now, bitch. You're wearing a shirt that's inside out and covered with grease. No, it's not grease, it's sap. Why are you covered in sap? I must have got really wasted trying to climb a tree. Like, it's so good. And they go to a funeral, which is, it's Frank's wife's, it's basically like their uncle. Like Dennis and Dee's uncle, and he goes to the funeral, and he's wearing this awful shirt and drinking wine out of a can, and then he says, "I'm trying to be inconspicuous," and then he says, "I'm just gonna try to get real weird with it. Now, block the wind. I'm gonna roast this bone," and he pulls a gigantic joint out. And then they try to do an intervention on him, and he thinks it's a roast, and he's like, "Oh, a roast? I always wanted to be roasted. Hold on, let me get in the right move. Let me knock back this spliff," and he pulls out another joint.
God.
Oh my God, that entire episode is hilarious.
That's such a goddamn good show.
The new season is not great, but the funniest episode. Have you seen the first episode where they
the
try to
plane one?
Yeah, when Wade Boggs just shows up because Wade Boggs is ridiculous. He would like drink 30 beers before he go on a plane, then drink like 40 beers when he gets on the plane, drink another 30 when he gets off. He would drink hundreds of beers.
He would die of alcohol poisoning before the plane landed.
And then be revived by alcohol. It's like that future. It's like him. Alcohol to him is like that Futurama episode where he invents the forward time machine, so he can't Farnsworth invents the time machine that only goes forward in time, so they can't go backwards and fuck up time. But they eventually get to a point where they go so far forward it resets.
That's the last episode.
I have no.
No,
No,
it's not the last episode.
They
No,
go
the-
so far forward that that they actually reset time and they go again and they miss it so many times. It's like that, but with alcohol. He drinks so much alcohol that he dies. Then they use alcohol to just reset his body.
Or he's a bending unit.
Yeah.
And he has to run.
I am
alcohol.
Bender, please insert girder. Where they take his memory chip out.
Yeah.
That's a really good episode with how Hermes requisitioned his... I love the central bureaucracy. It's such a stupid thing and so funny. How he takes like a giant... He takes stacks of papers, he stamps them all with like void stamps, puts them in a machine that shreds them and then makes them into pulp and then makes that into printer in like paper and then puts it in his in pile. And then he takes it, does it again, puts it in the out pile, does it again. And he's like, oh, this sweet cycle of bureaucracy. And then he gets the letter sent to him, and he gets like a vacuum tube like they have at banks. And he's like, oh, and it's like a letter from the central bureaucracy. Oh, you're about to receive a letter from the central bureaucracy. Comes again. Oh, a letter from the central bureaucracy. Like, it's so stupid. And there's that guy in line at it. Oh, still waiting for my birth certificate.
Yeah, Futurama has some good episodes, but a lot of
I
them
don't like them.
A lot of them aren't good.
I don't like Futurama.
Best episode is still Jurassic Park. Dog. That is the feels.
The feels.
That is
It's always unfortunate.
That is always the feels.
It's just a picture of the.
It's the dog with
the
his eyes.
flashlight
With his
stuff.
eyes. No, with his eyes closed when he's lying
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
That is. Oh, it's the feels. I also like another feels episode is the Luck of the Friarish, when he finds out his brother like paid homage to him and named his son Fry Jr. and Fry Jr. is the first person.
It has good episodes like that where it has good like serious moments.
Yeah,
those are good episodes.
Or there's an episode called something about like something with Sting in it, and they try to like they're like taking honey from this gigantic like beehive in space.
Oh yeah.
And they get and Leela gets stung. But you're not aware of it. You think it's Fry that gets stung, and it's Leela like hallucinating all this stuff, and it's crazy.
It's freaking cray, bro.
It is. It's really crazy.
But generally, I don't.
No, my personal favorite episode of Futurama is still the one where it's the one with the time skips, and they play the Harlem Globetrotters in basketball.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines. Just my favorite line is still like, ladies and gentlemen, something weird has just happened in this basketball game versus aliens and atomic supermen. Like, I may be an old man, and in fact, I think I am. Like, it's genius. And the time skips make it really, I think, a lot of humor to it too.
I just can't. Like, if Futurama's on, I just switch the channel.
Oh,
I
Jake might as well just be lynching you now.
I switch it to food channel.
Fuck you!
I switch
I
it to
just feel
food
fresco
channel.
over my
I
crotch.
switch it
You
to
mean you
food
wet
channel.
yourself?
I did wet myself.
Jesse tried to cover wetting himself by spilling Fresco all over.
And if there's something crap on Food Channel, then I change it to Travel.
If there's something I really want to
What's
recommend
the
to you guys
travel
all
channel
to
of
watch,
Food Channel?
it's the show called Danger 5.
Don't you watch the Food Channel?
Have you seen that yet, Jake?
What?
Yeah, have you watched? I told you to watch it. Danger 5. It's
No,
a show
I
on Netflix.
haven't.
It's like a parody of 60s spy movies. It's specifically the obvious parody is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And it's like so every episode involves killing Hitler in some way, but Hitler gets away, and it's so ridiculous and it's so dumb.
We should watch that tonight.
You should
It
watch the
sounds
first
really good.
episode.
Yeah, it
There's
sounds
a
really
very particular set of moments with a dog that is the funniest fucking moment in the whole series.
Why don't
I
you watch
remember the
Food
dog
or
episode
Travel?
of.
boring.
It's
They're
like
not boring.
What
It's
is
boring.
The Food and Travel Channel.
No, they're
It's
not
boring.
No,
They're good channels.
remember
Anthony Bourdain? Have you seen those?
Reservation.
He's not, I don't like him. I
He
don't
travels
like
around the
him.
globe and sucks guys' cocks.
No, fuck you. I like his show. I don't like him necessarily, but I like his show. It's a good fucking show.
What about Man vs. Food? That show's.
No, I hate that.
Yeah,
That's
pretty bad.
That's crap.
And then
I can kind of handle
that
Diners,
Adam
Drive-Ins,
guy
and
became the
Dives.
hero of 4chan because he did some stupid
But,
shit
like,
on Twitter.
I did a Man vs. Food challenge
He
before.
did he said
And you
something
did
really
mine.
inflammatory
Oh, fuck.
on
They actually
Twitter,
got
and
farther
everybody
than,
on
Adam
4chan loved him for
Really?
it.
Yeah.
And like
He
praised
didn't
him.
finish it, but I got farther than
I think
he
I
did.
remember that.
I
What was it?
I was at this place called Chompy's in Arizona. I was,
There's one that's like just sickening. They have to eat a pizza, and each of the slice of pizza they compare it to like a fucking like 1-year-old baby, and it's like it's the same
And then
size.
they-
Like
and then they
that
make
is
the baby
so
eat it.
disgusting.
No,
like,
Brad, I want to hear Brad's story.
Yeah, Brad has a
Oh
good
yeah,
story.
sorry,
Oh,
Brad.
fuck. Okay. So I was in Arizona visiting my great uncle. I think.
Is he a great uncle?
Great uncle.
He's my
great uncle?
Who happened to be
great uncle.
I wanted great grandmas, not great grandmas.
Great grandmas
I
who were
was in Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona, and there's this place. First I went to Alice Cooper's restaurant.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good.
We're not
place.
worthy.
We're not worthy.
Oh, I
he
understood
wasn't
that
there,
reference.
but yeah. I went there, and then I went to Chompy's, and I got the challenge was basically you had to eat like 10 sliders.
Oh,
and then
God.
like a huge fucking bowl full
Were the
of like,
sliders like the size of an actual hamburger? Like
yeah, well,
They're probably
Yeah.
bigger. They're like
yeah, I remember there were like 10
hamburgers.
sliders in a plate.
Inverse
yeah.
And they all had like they all had like hash browns or something on it too.
That
Damn,
sounds
that sounds
Like
delicious.
greasy hash browns.
Oh my god, that sounds really good.
But like and
That's
then they had like a
actually
huge
so-
like plate of sides too that you had to eat. To like either put them on the sandwich or just eat
So
them
it's
like
just put 'em on
You had,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
you had
that's
to
it.
eat
Just
meal,
put it
a
on
meal
a
for
blender
30
and
people.
drink it.
Yes.
Like yourself.
I ate half of everything. I ate more than he did on the
Good
show.
job, Brad.
I ate
You're
half of
impressed.
everything.
Because you're fat.
And my parents had to pay $40 because I didn't do it.
Your parents are like,
Okay.
And then my
this is
parents
coming
are
out of-
My parents paid $40 because I didn't finish
This
it.
is coming out of your
But
college
they're-
education.
but they're-
Brad, we thought
Finish
you
it.
were fatter than this.
I was. But
Brad, we
the
believe
people at
that
the
we
place,
have-
the people at the place basically said like, "Oh, you did
You
like
suck,
way
man,
better
you're
than the
gonna
last
die."
person." Basically, like I ate so many fucking sliders, like they were so greasy and shit, like it didn't hold in. It didn't hold in at all.
You
Okay,
sit there straight
okay,
face.
okay.
What's the deal?
Let's forward a couple days later.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fuck.
When you
I'm-
gave
I
birth to
didn't-
the baby that was 10 sliders.
fucking shit, I did.
I
have your fucking shit. I did.
I thought I had
Yes.
explosive diarrhea, but it turned out it just leaked out of all my orifices.
Basically.
And now my anus is permanently prolapsed.
Okay. So okay. Think of this.
No.
It's a nice morning in Arizona. We're on our way to the airport on the shuttle bus.
I've heard this. I've heard this.
On the shuttle bus. On the
Oh,
shuttle
this is going
bus.
great already.
I have a nice hat on, and like okay, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta throw up, and then like they tried to get like the driver to give me like a garbage bag or some shit to throw up in, but there wasn't enough time, so I just fucking took my hat and threw up in it. And, and then when we got to like the airport, I had to throw my hat away. I'm like, Mom, Dad, we can clean this hat out.
Like, no, Brad,
Because
throw it away.
I
It's
didn't
nothing
want
you.
to- It was a nice hat. I like that hat a lot.
What kind of hat was it? What did it have?
was
Was
like
it
a
one
DC
of,
hat or
was it
something.
one of your Wayne's World hats?
No. That was fine. It was like a DC hat I got from like Robbie or something. It was like, oh no, I want to throw that.
Oh, there was
But there was
like
like fucking drop, like a puddle, like a small puddle.
Did I ever tell you guys about
But
when I
no.
Okay, Brad, fine. Finish your fucking story.
Okay, I'm on.
All right, next part.
Finish it.
I'm on the airplane, I'm on the airplane. I'm like, oh god, I got to
Throw up in somebody
else.
else's
I got to throw up again. So I ended up like throwing up all over my ears on the airplane on the way there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm throwing up. I'm getting like a bag or some shit. Like throw up it on the airplane.
Why they give you bags?
So they gave me a bag. I finally found where the bag was. I couldn't find where the bag was before. It was kind of like hidden in like this.
Oh my god. The
It
fact
was
that
hidden.
They need to make those bags in a better
No, just
place.
give me the move up. It was like it was hidden in like part of my seat. It was like
the fact that you like threw up once and they just threw up again.
Okay,
Brad,
I'll give them.
It would've been so
give
great
them up.
if you
Give them
followed
up.
it with another hat you had.
Oh yeah. It was.
Wait, Brad, did you put that hat back on that you threw up in?
No,
I had to
throw it
throw it
away.
at the
You had to
airport.
throw it away.
I had to throw it.
You threw up on your shirt.
I can't
threw it on my
be seen
shirt.
without a
It was a Metallica shirt, by the way.
Oh, dang it. That's the best kind of shirt.
It was pretty symbolic back then for me to be seen.
I can't be seen without a hat.
Okay.
So I get to the I get to like the next airport. It's in like Colorado or something.
No way.
And
No way.
basically I had to buy a new shirt.
You threw up
At
on
like
the
the
Rocky
airport,
Mountains.
I was like I got some like
I got some fucking
Colorado
puke
shirt.
all over my shirt.
I got some like Colorado shirt from the airport. I put it back on, and then we're on the plane again. And I fucking threw it all over that.
Oh my god.
It was a little more water.
How did you not find the bag that time?
Jesus Christ!
So-
okay. I actually had a bag, but I threw up a little bit on it too. And I was like, it just kind of like tripped
Bags
down.
aren't
Like,
big
it
enough.
tripped down off my shirt a little bit. It tripped down. Okay,
How did we not hear about this before?
It was tripping down onto my shirt a little bit though.
Ryan, how do you? Okay, so what's the period of time between the shuttle bus and the next flight, and the second flight?
Next plane, I'd say like hour and a half. I guess.
Wait. So between the shuttle bus and the second flight you're on, which is the last time you
Well,
threw
no,
up.
It's so bad.
Well, between the shuttle, no, that's the first flight.
Yeah, between the second flight, how long?
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say, like, I don't know, like
Oh my
3-4 hours.
So over
Oh
a period
my
of 3-4,
God.
you threw up 3 times.
I think it was more than that.
And you
too.
missed a bag or a toilet or any container of any kind
Well,
all
no,
3 times.
You puked on 2 shirts and a hat?
I didn't say that for the second
I
time.
just can't believe you threw up in your hat like the first thing you think of is
Well, yeah, because like there was like
What
no bag
would you
inside. I
do?
could throw up and I'm like, oh, dude, this like
Oh,
fume's
you're
really
making
coming up
me
like
need to throw up.
immediately. So it's like there's nothing else. Just take out my hat and throw up in it.
Oh man, I
Okay.
haven't laughed
It was-
this hard since John
it was
like
horrible,
read
man.
that ultimate harem
I
story.
have a good puke story too. Are you done?
No, I'm not.
Oh
Okay.
come on, Brad!
Okay, so
We can only
threw up a
get
couple times.
sick.
The throw up dripped on my Metallica shirt and my Colorado shirt that I got.
Oh my god.
And then the rest of it was just like water all the way back to Minneapolis.
Jesus.
So yeah, there we go. I'm
Okay.
done.
Okay.
So
You should have sued the place that gave you the food challenge.
the place when I started.
Oh, now I think Alice Cooper.
I'm
going
going to start at the very beginning, the causation of this. I was at Texas. I was at my grandmammy's house,
Grandmammy's, yeah.
and we had some ham sandwiches.
We had some ham
we had some ham sandwiches. Okay, so
Give it a
I ate my ham sandwich. Now when we got home, turns out that those ham sandwiches, like, she was sick a few days before, norovirus.
Oh.
Which
that's
is-
how you got it.
No, so this ham was infected with norovirus.
Really?
My brother got it. I somehow didn't get it from the ham. I don't know, but my brother got it. I think because I didn't eat like all my ham sandwiches,
The hell
I
is
just gave it to
norovirus?
Norovirus is
Is
like
there-
the flu, except it just makes you puke.
Oh,
and
is
shit.
there just
Makes you
I was
puke
wondering-
and crap your
I was
pants.
wondering if there was like a colloquialism for it. Like,
No, okay. So, continuing on with my story. So my brother got it, and then
Sam or
my dad, Max,
Oh.
Max got it. So my dad had bought us concert
I didn't even
tickets
realize
to
his
like
brother's name.
to
these are
Vampire
related?
Weekend. To
What?
Vampire Weekend.
Stories are related.
So we're like, okay, my dad bought me concert tickets, we have to go. I felt totally fine that morning. So we were like, let's get something to eat. We went to Chipotle. I got me
Don't eat before concerts.
I got me
Yeah, why'd you do
a
that?
huge
You might fucking throw up
fucking
and drip all over your
burrito, barbacoa,
Oh,
black beans.
that is the worst.
When
And the worst part, they misheard me and they put sour cream on there.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, what the heck?
You
So-
ate it anyway?
Ate it.
Go complain to them. You don't
I'm
eat it
gonna
anyway.
fucking eat my burrito.
Sucks, I'm eating it.
I'm not a little whiny butt. I'm not gonna complain to them.
But you paid. You didn't
If
pay
they
for a service.
if you pay them for a service and they fuck up that service, you have every right to.
You have
You're
every
not
right,
whining
yeah.
unless
They
it's
got
something
Robbie
like
paid for that.
unless
You-
it's something like
you
you
should
did
be-
Guys,
rapid thing.
shut up.
Jake is humble.
Shut the
enough.
fuck up.
Jake is so humble he doesn't really care.
Okay.
Pussy.
I don't.
I hate
You're
this,
a
but thanks
fucking
for the
pussy.
service anyway.
I'm gonna eat my fucking sour
Okay,
cream if they
alright,
give it
alright.
to me.
I'm
Someone
sorry.
could grope Jake at Target and he wouldn't complain about it.
Okay.
Try to
so
find me
anyway,
Here's $5.
And then what happened? You ate the burrito. and
Okay.
You went to the concert.
Okay.
We went to the concert. Now this wasn't an ordinary concert. It was at like a nice theater.
It was a Vampire Weekend concert.
It was a Vampire Weekend concert. So imagine like a. It's like it's a really nice
that
theater, like an opera theater.
that right?
Imagine
Oh,
like
like with
opera.
seats.
It was an
Was that-
It was at the Orpheum.
Oh,
Orpheum.
the Orpheum, yeah.
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 So I don't know why they
Never
had a
been
concert
there.
at the
Oh,
Orpheum,
yeah.
but there was
Orpheum's
like
cool.
a bunch of couples there and crap. I was at like the top.
So you were
seat.
sitting in a seat.
Oh yeah, we're sitting at
That's
the
really
top of
weird.
the
Come on,
seat.
dude.
Now,
That's
I
Vampire Weekend concerts, right?
yeah.
If it's in the Orpheum, then not much you
Yeah.
can do. Like,
So-
it's gonna be a-
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know either. But anyway, so I was standing up there, felt fine at the beginning, slowly, progressively, just felt like shit. Just
Yeah.
felt horrible. Eventually, at the end of the concert, like, they were like, let's have an encore. They did like 2 encores. Second one, I felt horrible. I was gonna puke. I tried to get out of there. Just
You got
fucking
hot mouth,
projectile vomited over this couple. They went back in there. They were turning around.
Were they mid-kiss?
Ooh.
Were they mid-kiss?
That would be
I don't
amazing.
know. It was too dark. But they were
Hunter,
turning
you're so
They were
bad.
too
Oh,
dark.
go around.
No, this was their first date, and he was doing the whole yawning and leaning in, putting your arm around her, saying he put his arm around her.
No, okay, but anyway, this was barbecue. It was still warm. It was hot.
They broke up
It
because
felt
of you,
hot. And just hot barbacoa
Oh my
and
God.
meaty puke coming out.
Nice barbacoa,
It was sprayed. It was just
Did
puke.
you hit them directly?
I hit them directly.
You're
Now-
proud of that?
I hit them directly. No, but then they were turning around and I was like, holy shit, we gotta fucking get out of here. So we ran out. We just ran out. And the concert was ending at this point. But we just ran the fuck out of there. And my dad picked me up and we're like, let's go home.
It was a pretty good.
And when I got home, I puked and diarrhea all over the place.
That reminds me of the
all over the walls.
That reminds me of the Goonies story.
My
Like
shirt
that,
was okay.
that Chunk tells when he's like when they're trying to get Chunk to confess about all the kids in like the tunnel, and then he admits to when he was sick. He was like at a opera performance, and he was on a balcony, and he threw up below, and then everybody else in the entire theater started throwing up.
Oh yeah.
And he's like crying through the whole thing, and it's hilarious.
There's something really similar to that in. Have you ever seen the movie Stand By Me?
No.
Yeah.
It's based off the book by Stephen King.
Yeah, I know what it is. I
It's,
never
it's
seen
based
it
off the song "Stand by Me."
Yeah. But
from the movie Stand By Me.
actually, I think that song is in the movie.
It is. It's the credit song.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
So anyway, there's a very similar story about a pie eating contest, and there's like this one fat guy, and
Yeah.
like he always gets bullied, and so he takes a Ipecac. Is that
Ipecac.
Oh
how you-
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes you throw up.
Yeah, that makes you throw up before the pie eating contest, and then like after he wins the pie eating contest, he throws up, and it causes everyone to throw up.
Yeah. Well, like the Chunk story is hilarious though,
Did Family
and
Guy
how it, like
go to
proceeds.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
one
did.
time I pushed
They
my
did.
sister down the stairs and I blamed it on the dog.
Yeah.
Like that, the Ipecac thing reminds me of one of my favorite lines from Workaholics is that when so Blake like buys a bear coat because he makes $350 and Carl sells him his bear coat for $345. Like you save $5. Well, I invested my savings in a little bottle of Ipecac. You know, stuff that makes you barf, little get out work free card. So then Adam's like, oh, it's not going to make me barf. He's like, scientists developed that. It will make you vomit. It's like, just because science developed it, and he drinks like half the bottle. And then he gets back, oh, I don't feel like barfing right now. Ooh, oh, I'm barfing. Yeah. And he says, those scientists better check their hypotenuses, dude. And he just throws up instantly. Oh, God, oh. No. But the sickest I've ever gotten, if we're going to go into sickness stories, is when I was in Belize. And we were in a place called Ambergris Key, and there was
Is this
and we had this
sleeping sickness?
No, that was Africa. And I didn't get sleeping sickness in Africa. I thought it was. I was totally wrong.
He was just really jet lagged. So he was
No. It was later in the trip.
He was just really bored.
I was being the teenager who was trying to get attention and said, "Oh, I had sleep. There's no way I had sleeping sickness." But the thing is that in Belize. And in a lot of tropical countries, especially in Central America, you do not want to drink the fucking water.
Yeah.
Like in Africa,
Especially in that
I
river.
accidentally brushed my teeth in the water, and I had to my brother made me sleep in the bathroom because of what happened in Belize. Because in Belize, they gave us water at this restaurant, and we were idiots. And this was late in the trip. We had not drank any water. We had not had any incidents. The only
restaurant and they got you sick.
Yeah, because
water.
I'll explain.
Because
so we thought it was
bacteria.
like we thought they were aware and that we thought it was bottled water. We were being fucking idiots. Because we had no restaurant at that point. They just gave us like glasses of ice water, and we thought it was ice water, fancy, nice restaurant. It was gonna be fine.
Wait, why would they even give it to you if it's gonna get you sick?
Because they weren't aware. It's not they're gonna fucking know about that. They're not tourists to our place.
They're like, yeah.
Oh, they don't get sick off their own water?
No,
Of course they don't.
They're immune to everything.
It's got microbes in it that will fuck us up. So we drank it all fine. We must have drank each like 2 glasses of water each. That night was horrible. We're talking liquid coming out your asses. We're talking vomiting every half
That's
hour.
what neurovirus is like.
Every single person in our little place. It was god awful. We had to quarantine everybody. It was so bad. It was. I would not shit properly for like a week after that trip was over. It was like, so bad.
One time, my sister went to Africa and rafted down the Nile at one point.
She got eaten by a crocodile.
No, she went swimming in the Nile, which you're not supposed to. She went swimming in the Nile, which you're not supposed to do. So she got this type of bacteria that is a stomach that like is a flesh-eating bacteria, and what it does is it eats the stomach lining, and if you don't treat it, it'll burst through your stomach lining, and all your stomach contents will like spill out into your body, and you'll die. Pretty much. But she got it treated, but yeah. One time I was going to the Galapagos. My grandparents. With my
see turtles and finches?
I did see turtles and finches, but I was going to the Galapagos with my grandparents because they take each of their grandkids. Like my grandparents, they took each of their grandkids on one big trip. So me, my brother, and my cousin. My brother went to the Galapagos, and then when I was old enough, they took me and my cousin to the Galapagos. And so we were going there, and we had to go to Ecuador because it's like the Galapagos are basically a national park owned by Ecuador. And so we stopped in Ecuador and we went to Quito, which is like the capital, I think.
Oh, I think
it is the capital. Yes. So we were staying there. Quito is like really high up in the mountains. It's like a really like high elevation. I do not do altitude very well. Like altitude sickness, like if I'm in a mountain for too long and I don't drink enough water, I get really sick. I didn't know that Quito was really high elevation, so I just assumed I'd be fine because it's like a major city.
I never feel that at all.
I assumed since we weren't on a mountaintop, I'd be fine. But we got off the shuttle bus that took us to the hotel, and I was feeling fine. I was like, all right, this is going good. And then the second I walked in the hotel, I just felt something like happen in my stomach, and I literally took 3 steps into the hotel and just keeled over and vomited all over the floor, like everywhere, in this super, super nice hotel too.
Vomiting is horrible.
I was in middle school, so I was like, oh crap, this is bad. So I ran over to a potted plant and threw up some more in this giant.
You did the classic puke in a potted plant.
Yeah. And then the people at the front desk were like wide-eyed, like terror, like, oh my god, this guy got on the phone. He's like, we need a janitor, like right
this is
now.
I feel
I threw up again in Quito. I took altitude sickness pills, but we got on another shuttle to go to the airport to get on the plane to go to the Galapagos. And I took altitude sickness pills, but they didn't kick in yet. I think it was Dramamine or something.
Probably Dramamine.
Yeah, but I fell asleep on the shuttle because it was really early in the morning, and I was asleep, and then I had some really weird dream, and I woke up, and my grandma was shaking me awake, and she's like, "Jesse, you just threw up all over yourself." And I woke up, and I looked down, and then my shirt was just covered in puke.
That happened to me when
I was like, oh my gosh! I threw up all over myself in my sleep. In my sleep. I didn't even know what was going on.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I didn't know it was possible either. I think I just opened my mouth and threw up. And I was like, how long was I asleep before you woke me up? And she's like, it literally happened like 2 seconds ago, and then you just woke up. But then I got cleaned up. I got some new shirts. It was fine. It was an awesome trip. We came back. It was fine because we went to a different city on the way back. So it was all right.
Every time you travel internationally, you take the bad with the good.
One time I woke up in my bed and like this was like a bunch of years ago. I was like 5 or 6 or something.
I pissed my bed.
No. I just woke up and there's like puke all over my bed every night for some reason, like all over my sheets. Like I don't know when this happened at all.
Who did this?
There's just like puke all over my bed.
My mom told me this story when I was a little kid one time. I don't remember doing this at all, but apparently I got really sick one night and I threw up like all over myself in bed. And I just like, being a little kid, I was like, oh, well, I don't want to disturb my parents. It's the middle of the night. Like, I don't want to wake them up and annoy them. They'll make it angry at me. So I just slept in my puke all night. And I went downstairs in the morning covered in puke. And I was like, hey, Mom, did you know I threw up last night? And she looked over, and there's me in my pajamas covered in puke.
Guess what I did?
Yeah! I'm learning.
Oh, no.
I must have been like 3, maybe. 3 or 4.
I just realized I'm wearing different socks.
What the fuck is wrong?
Jeez.
I just realized.
Stop being so different.
Gee Christ.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
I understood that reference to my own reference.
I don't really remember a time when I was like super like nauseous sick. Well, actually, but I don't remember a time where I was
Thank
super
God
sick,
I don't want to
like
hear
you
these
guys.
stories anymore.
But I do remember one time when
Shitting yourself?
I got stitches on my elbow. After I fell through a glass coffee table, which is another story.
I've
Should I tell
made a
that
glass
story?
coffee
Which
table.
one?
How I fell through a glass coffee table.
How did you fall through?
I did that too.
I didn't know.
That's how I
about
got the scar.
I got stitches on my chin.
I have a scar like I can't remember what
this.
side
Did you
it
like
was
cut
on.
your eye out?
I have
on
a
the
scar
glass
right
coffee
here.
table?
Where?
Is it right there or is it right?
Well, okay, so what happened, John? What
just
happened?
don't-
with the
okay,
glass
so-
coffee table?
That's how you see
When
it.
I was
It's
when
like
I was
all
really
right
young
there,
in
yeah.
elementary school and like
It's like an
kindergarten or
index.
first grade,
Yeah.
we had a glass coffee table, and it looked really weird in a trailer, by the way. But it was a glass coffee table, and like people were talking in the doorway, and it was in the kitchen for some reason, and I was just sitting on it. And my mom's like, "John, don't sit on that. You're gonna break it." And I'm like, "Yeah, right. Watch this." And so I stood up on it, and right when I stood up, I just fell through because the surface area was smaller. So I just fell through, and I cut open my elbow. Well, first of all, I fell through, and I got back up. I'm like, I'm fine, I'm okay. And my sister's like, "Dude, look at his arm!" And like, I had my whole elbow was like split completely open. I didn't.
Oh, but I just poured Fresca into my nose.
Just went. Fresca just came out of Jake's nose. But
Do not snort Fresca.
the weirdest thing about it was I didn't feel any pain at all. I just like, oh, there's a cut.
It's shock, yeah. That's what
I don't think it was shock because I was.
If you don't feel
calm.
pain and you got your elbow ripped open, it's shock.
Well, have you ever pinched your elbow? Have you ever had someone else pinch?
Well, there's
your
no.
elbow?
Well, okay. Well, I guess. Well, what part of your elbow was it? Like right here, or is it right here?
It's right here. Actually,
Oh.
it shifted forward a little bit, but it was like.
Oh, because the whole point is that like right in your elbow, there's very few nerves. But right here is like a huge cluster of nerves.
Yeah, I didn't get that close.
Okay,
But,
because so it was like right next to the joint right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see why
So
maybe you wouldn't have felt pain.
A shard of glass had cut through my elbow, and I was like.
Oh, you still sort of felt some pain, but like that's it.
I felt some pain when I was waiting for stitches. I was holding a washcloth for pressure, I guess. Waiting. There's a long line for the emergency room for some reason.
It's the emergency room. People do stupid shit. There's
People
always
have
a long
emergency all
line.
the time. So it just stung a little.
I imagine what.
But
then they put alcohol in it.
The thing that hurt the most though was when I was getting stitches.
They put
what they did-
alcohol on it.
No,
yeah.
what they did was they gave me a shot to numb it, to prep it for stitches. But the nurse did that. The doctor took so long to get to my room that it wore off.
Oh, that sucks.
But I didn't tell him because I didn't want to. It was embarrassing for some reason. So I
Because
felt every time.
You already fell through a glass coffee table making a stupid mistake. You might as well just not say anything for
Yeah,
the
I
rest
know.
of your life.
But they rushed me to the hospital. I went to the hospital. I got stitches. I felt every stitch, and that was that. Then they gave me this medication.
Did you say medication?
Marijuana.
You said magication.
They gave me marijuana, and I smoke weed every day, and I smoke it to this day. But no,
That's
okay.
a good ending. I like that.
No, they gave me
And
not
Kids, drugs are
acetaminophen, not penicillin, amoxicillin.
Yeah.
They gave me amoxicillin, and it turns out I was allergic to that, but I didn't know. Like, I was getting sick from it, and my parents didn't know. So I was sick for like a week because I was taking this medication, and they didn't know from the medication. So they finally took me to the doctor, and it turns out I'm allergic to amoxicillin, so I had to go to the doctor again.
Awesome.
And,
It's like, oh,
yeah.
nice to see you back.
But I remember that was
See you.
and that's the sickest I ever remember being because I was throwing up all the time.
So
yeah.
there we go.
Well, okay.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
So
Oh, wait, did you pause?
that's all our no.
Oh,
I
that's
have
all.
more nasty stories.
Ending up
but-
our vomit and pain and trials and fear story. We are now going to summit Everest. We will cast from the top of Everest. No.
What?
I don't know. I was thinking of, well, you said trial. I said trials and fear. That sounds like Everest. Do you know they're like dispatching the Indian Army to go like take out like I think it's some like 4,000 kilograms of trash has been left by hikers on
What are
the
you talking about?
Jeez.
on like Everest
Is
in
that
the
what-
Himalayas.
Oh,
Like they're dispatching the Indian Army to go deal with it
What the hell?
the Indian.
because
from
it's
in-
next
they don't
to
have anything to
Nepal.
do in
From the
Nepal.
country India. I thought you were saying Native Americans.
John, you're an idiot.
The
This
Native
is a
Americans
fucking
have an
Rocky
army
Mountain.
now.
They don't have anywhere
Go
else
to
to
Everest.
go.
If the Native Americans had an army, we'd just send like a bunch of attack choppers at them and just say no, no, no.
Stop, please.
We'll just show them a big portrait of Andrew Jackson. You say fear
Oh,
weapon.
Give him $20 bills. No, wait.
It is my
Just if you're like
it's
if
casinos,
you're like
it's
paying
like,
like you're like paying
Guys.
settlements for like Indians, you just give them paid all in $20 bills.
If you're working at casinos, they're used to seeing him though. Like at Jackson's Base.
Oh, that's not racist at all.
Well, it's true. Like Indian reservations, you know. Like,
We're over the. We're like.
They are.
They only been recording for like 2 hours.
Please don't.
2 hours.
Why? Should we wrap it up?
I think
It's like it's just
All right, guys. Everybody,
I don't
shut
want
up.
shoulder
Everybody,
Shoulder rub.
everybody, quiet.
Anybody have any last words to say to our viewers of our first inaugural Snastcast?
We're all
I am,
faggots.
here's my thing to say. I am shocked that anybody who's listening to this has actually stuck in for that long.
or yeah, made it
And
this far.
if there and
It's
I'll
an
also
accomplishment.
address
You
the
get an
people
achievement.
who've skipped to the end just to see what it sounds like. I don't blame you.
Props
I
on you,
blame you.
loyal
I
viewer.
blame you severely.
You missed out on some really good throw-up stories.
Yeah, honestly, come on.
We're all faggots.
For real.
Yeah, we're all just
We
fucking
kind of
faggots.
are.
Yeah, now
are.
we
Grant,
we're
Grant, now that we finished the podcast, it's official. We are the Snastcast.
How about no?
so
fight this.
So we're just gonna wrap this up because we're all really horny and want to get to the orgy already. So
As John has said before,
if we were all gay, we'd
Which
be
we
having
are.
sex. So there you go. All right, thank you for listening.
Bye.
Goodbye. We're leaving.